until they set it right. Don't want to waste. Let it come. That's okay. That doesn't matter whether it's not there. But page number. Which page? 40. 60. 46. 60. Old material. What is old material? Old is gold. Attempt also gold. Huh? Keep on writing. That is platinum. Right. So, 1 second. Okay, in my new material it is 46. In the old material, 60. So, no, it's actually 46. Comprehension passages. 46, right? And in the old material, 60 you are saying, okay, no problem. So, if you see that Bloom's taxonomy is there, as you can see, that 100% you will not get in the exam, don't worry. It's just the way that how to analyze, etc. But that is immaterial, you leave it. What really matters in the passages, my dear friends, is the fact that you should just understand certain things. So what should you understand? Is this on? Should switch it on, no? No, I'll start. You do your work, no problem. So if you see page number 46, types of questions. So Zoom fellows, kindly adjust. I know you can't see me. I am John Cena. That's why you can't see me. Yes. Right. But they're still there. Okay. Fine. Yes. So page number 46, if you see that reading comprehension passage means what? Attempts to test a student's reading skill, ability to recall, etc. So my question to you is simple. In your past exam, when you wrote, you saw the passage first and then saw the questions? Or saw the question first, then passage? Sir, I saw that, I became blind. Oh, what happened? Actually, what should you do? Traditional method or reverse method? Reverse method. So, it is not reverse method, traditional method. First, what you should do, obviously, is read the questions. Just to understand whether I can answer on my own or whether I should see the passage. Because for the 5 questions that they give, maybe one question can be direct. For example, they'll just take one word from the passage and say, what is a synonym? So you don't even have to read the passage. So what is most essential for you to do is read the questions first to understand whether I should read the passage or no. That's all you need to understand. So as far as practice exercises are concerned, there will be 5, one passage will be given. It can be half page, it can be full page, it can be coming for the Zoom guys. Now it's coming. Cool. No, it's fine. Yeah. So what you need to understand here is whether I have to see the what do you say, the entire passage and then the questions? No. First the questions, then the passage. And in the passage, you should understand what they are trying to ask. That is what we need to see. Want me to do something? This video, is it on? Okay. 1 second. Yeah, cool. Thank you. But here it's still not coming, no? What to do? Okay, so what do I check first? I should check the passage. Questions first and then read the passage. Passage and all will come later. Now if you see the, let me just make it full screen. Sir, you make whatever screen, we can't see. Let it come. Until then, for at least for the Zoom fellows, they can watch it. So if you see these passages, you need to do that. Now in the exam, what they'll give you a passage and then they'll give you 5 questions. Each question has 1 mark, or they can ask you a passage and they can give you 3 questions of 1 mark and 1 question of 2 marks. So that's how they generally ask in the exam. So passages will be there for sure, undoubtedly. Now if you see my page number 47 in my material, I would have shown you in the screen, but at least those of you who have just borrow from your neighbors. So passages, very, very important. What they ask, they can ask anything and everything. So if you see, there are so many passages, at least there are some 5, 6, at least let's do some 2, 3 just to give a fair idea as to how the passages will be. You leave passage number 1, it's okay. Check passage number 2. Passage number 2. Passage number 2 is what? In the worm enclosed waters of farm ponds. First, what you need to do, try to see the questions. So in the questions, they can ask you the tone of the author also. What is the tone of the author? Is he being very angry? Is he being sarcastic? Is he being, what do you mean by sarcasm? Sarcasm is being funny or being, what do you say, little mean? Being little mean, and it turns out to be funny also. It's like, for example, when, you did not meet your friends for a long time, and then because you were doing CA foundation classes, then after you cleared, after you wrote your exam and after the results came, somehow they meet you. Then they ask you, what happened to results? You will say, gone, over. Then they'll say, yeah man, I know, you are studying too hard, no? Correct? You're studying too hard, too much hard work you did. Anyway, it's okay, no problem. Then, actually they'll tell you something which is opposite, but they mean something else. Correct? So much hard work you are putting in, I understand. Obviously you have to fail, correct? Lot of hard work put into this entire, to fail also so much hard work you have put. I understand whenever we are calling you for a movie and all, you said I had to study. Yeah, for this results only you had to study. No, correct. I understand, totally. And that's called sarcasm. It's very mean also, but it is funny. So, tone of the author's passage is also what you need to understand while writing the answers. So, see passage number 2. Of course, there are 5, 6 passages. Everything we need not do. Some 2, 3 will do for you to understand. Will they give options in the passage, or will be direct questions? Direct questions. But actually passages should have options. Rolex alert. Correct? Generally they have never given. So they can give now one question based only on options. So actually options are more trickier than direct questions. If they have options, it's more trickier than direct questions, because in the options only you will get confused. So what I have done is, I'll show you an old question paper. For that screen should come. I'll show you when it comes later, when the screen comes. But at least now, let's solve at a higher level. Higher level means what? Higher level is when there are options. When there are options, it becomes little more difficult to choose the correct answer. Correct? Yes. So read passage number 2, guys. First read the questions, what type of questions may come. Then read the passage. Come on, finish it off. Do it. Yes, Nagavalli and all is laughing. Nagavalla, sorry, not Nagavalli. Right. Read. Solve the questions first. Question passage number 2. I would have shown you in the screen, at least for those of you who don't have the book, but then nothing can be done. So kindly solve passage number 2. First read the question, and then see what could be the potential answers, and then solve the passage. Passage is a 100% question, mind you. 100% question in our subject, undoubtedly. Yeah. Nagavalli has eaten something and it's got stuck in the throat. Yes. Happens. Same laughter ICI will do 4 months later. Once your results opens. Okay, tell me. This is called sarcasm. Yeah. Passage 2. Please solve. Only when you solve, you will come to know. Sorry? That is an entire thing. That is, something which is a mockery of society. So just showing that rich persons are acting as poor people, that is a satire. That's also like totally opposite of what it should be, but it shows something else. Solve it, guys. Passage 2. It's very easy. But see the questions first. Passages will be very, very easy. Very high scoring it will be. Extremely high scoring. Yeah, now it's coming. No, the sound, 1 second. Sound is coming, it's not a problem, but the video, let me check. You guys still haven't got a video came, but here it's not coming. Alright guys, come on, let's see. So, question number 1, which of the following would best title for this passage? So, here you need to quickly read the passage and try to understand what the passage is talking about. So, what is it talking about according to you? It's talking about the effects of insecticide on fish. It's actually talking about effect of insecticide on fish. So, they started off with the how it is lethal for fish, lethal for insecticides. I mean, how it will affect the environment, all these things it's talking about. So the best title would be what? The effect of insecticides on the fish would be the best title. The second option, option number 2 would be the better answer there. Third one, the author's tone in this passage. Is he like angry? No. Is he mournful? Is he like, oh, the fish died? No. Is he like sarcastic in any way? No. It's merely reporting how many fish died, what is the problem that the country is facing, What is the problem that the world is facing? So option 1, reportorial. Option 1, reportorial. According to the passage, which of the following are responsible for the presence of insecticide in ponds? So obviously they are talking about human error, because the pilots who will fly over the city, over the entire, ponds, etc., over the land. So pesticides they will put by opening the shaft of the aircraft. So the pesticide will fall from top. But then they are so negligent that once that land is over, they'll forget to close it. So what happens? The insecticide and pesticides will fall into the water. So definitely human error is one. Weather cannot be helped. Just because they say rain, that doesn't mean weather. So weather means constantly, if it's flooding and raining, that's a different issue. So weather will not come. And common farming methods. Nowadays, everything wants to, if you want a quick produce, what you will do? You will put lot of insecticides and pesticides, and eventually the output will become very harmful. So they say, obviously, and common farming methods also will help, will get absorbed in the soil, and soil will go and get deposited, the water will go and deposit it in the ponds again. So obviously answer is which one, guys? 2 and 3. That is the option number 4. Very good. Option number 4. The author uses the case of the rhodesian fish primarily to do what? Yeah, he's talking about the harmful effects of, killing fish. He doesn't talk about evaluating African practices. He doesn't care about all that. He's only saying what happens when the fish die, how it will impact the entire human beings. Then, in this passage, the author does all the following except, he doesn't propose a solution at all. He just states a problem. He gives a lot of examples. He relates the causes and the effects, but doesn't give a solution. It is just reportorial in nature. He doesn't give his own personal opinion. So this is one of the passages where it will be slightly tricky in terms of options, but you are able to handle it really well. The real examination question will be full direct. So they'll give you some 10-15 lines, and then they'll give you a question which is directly based on the passage. But sometimes it will also be inference based. So they will ask you to infer. So even if you solve 1000 passages, 2001st passage will come in the exam. So they can give anything. So you need to just solve around 5 to 10 just to get all idea of all the possible ways that they can give the question. Next, you solve passage number 3. That is also very easy. In this, it's a slightly different type of passage where some words are highlighted in the passage, and they will ask you the meaning of that particular word in the question. And sometimes they'll also ask, instead of that line, how can I replace that line with which line? So kindly solve passage number 3, guys. Come on. I am trying to solve different passages in the class itself. It becomes easy for you. Try to solve passage number 3. Passage number 3. So tomorrow we have 2 sessions where we'll wind up the entire thing. Other things, all 1, 2 examples we'll take and we'll finish up. Like 4 hours is good enough time to finish all the other things. Today we will do passages and of course direct speech, indirect speech, and maybe we'll also do the note making. Note making 100% question, 3 marks. And it's very easy. There are some important areas that you need to think of. If you think of that, you are sorted. Solve passage number 3. Take your time. See the questions first. You'll get an overall idea of what the passage may be, and then you can solve. Passage number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please try to do that. What happened? This one again. Alright guys, so first question, which of the following statements is or are correct as per the passage above? 2 and 3 are correct. Why? So sometimes they can ask you like more than one option may be there in case they give you some options in the exam, otherwise no. So male labor participation rate 78.5%, the rate is wrong. Correct? What is, it should be some 74, they have given 78, it is wrong. So second and third are 100% correct. So 2 and 3 can be the options. If they are say more than one option, then you can choose that option obviously, 2 and 3. In the passage above, 2 lines are given in bold. In the lines a phrase is used, bear the brunt of. What is the meaning of bear the brunt of? You see the context and tell. The entire brunt of demonetization was borne by women. Means? Yes, it means the worst part of the consequence. That is suffer the worst part. So obviously option number 2. Bearing the brunt always means suffering the worst part of a unpleasant situation. What are the reasons for fall in India's female labor participation rate in the context of the passage? Yes, they are saying that the female rate is falling because of household income, cultural and security factors, increased enrollment in higher education, and even the employer's biasness. So all are correct. Which of the following phrases can suitably fill in the blank given in A to make it grammatically and contextually correct? Much poorer than what the official agencies tell us. Correct. This is pure English grammar. Even if you don't even read the passage, using the grammar you can write. Agencies telling us and all is wrong. Of the official agencies tell us. So it would be option number 4. Which of the following can replace the word jolt? Jolt means what? Shock. Jolt means shock. Demonetization jolt means shock. So more than surprise, it was a shock to many people during the demonetization plan. So it is what? 5 is option number 1. And just because both A and B is there, it need not be the correct answer always. Just because A and B is there, need not be the correct answer always. It can be just one. So in this case it is shock. In this case it is shock. So questions will come like this, where they will ask you one line in that and tell what can be the meaning of that particular line. Mostly questions will be direct. So if you see the previous year's question papers, you will know passage will be like that. So what you can also do is, I told you to write and practice. So like once in 3-4 days, you can pick up a passage. How will you pick up a passage? Go to ICI.org, go to previous year's question paper. So many question papers you will get from May 18. May 18, November 18. May 19, November 19. Then May 20 exam was not there. So it is what? December 20, Jan 21. And then you have November 21. Correct? November 21 is what you will get. So then of course May 22. May 22 is one more thing that you will see. May 22 is the other thing that you will check. And then you can, check, so many passages are there, no? You can get so many passages. Finally, super. So many passages you will get. That is coming, I guess. So you will get so many passages anyway. So you can pick up one passage and do the needful. You can pick up one passage and do the needful. Right? So that you can check. That can be many things that you can see. That's not a problem. So that you can easily understand. Right. So next, fifth one is done. Those are all the things that we have done. Now let us move on to that direct speech, indirect speech that we are seeing now, guys. Check it out. Direct speech, indirect speech. In that direct speech, indirect speech, we have to do one thing. I'll show you that. Come back to that. Then we'll come to passage. Don't worry. Go to direct speech, indirect speech. There are certain rules of direct speech to indirect speech. There are certain rules for direct speech to indirect speech. Let's go to which page? 12. There you go. These are the rules. Page number 13 onwards. Rules for what? Direct to indirect speech. Direct to indirect speech. When the reporting or principal verb is in the past tense, all present tenses of the direct words are changed into corresponding past tense. For example, I always drink coffee. She said. What will you write? She said that she always drank coffee. Though whatever she said present tense, it will become past tense. What if she said, I always drink coffee? She says. She says. That is one more important rule. When the reporting or principal verb is in the present tense, here says is a present tense, what happens to the indirect speech? So you see that he said honesty is the best policy. He said that. So general rule, when the reporting principal verb is in the past tense, all present tense of the direct words are changed into past tense. But there are certain exceptions. This is a very, very important exception. If the reporting verb is in the present tense, tenses of the direct speech do not change. He says, I like classical music. How will I write it? He says he likes classical music. So if the reporting verb in the present tense, the final answer also will be in the present tense. That is one important thing. He said honesty is the best policy. He said that. Ideally, honesty was the best policy should be the answer. Present should be converted to past. But if it is a universal truth, universal fact, tenses will not change. General rule, the past will convert to present, will convert to past, past will convert to present. So if you see that, he told, I have been to Spain. He told me that he had been to Spain. So if the reporting verb is in the past tense, all present tenses will be converted to past tense. But exception is, if it's a universal truth, it will not be converted. Then if the reporting verb is in the present tense, then the tense also will remain the same here. It will become he says only. He says. Then here will become there. Today will become that day. Yesterday will become the day before. Correct? So what is the day after? The day after tomorrow, what will you say? Following day. What will you say? The next day? Yes. Next week will be the following week. Tomorrow will be the next day. Correct? Then what about now? Now will become then. Ago will become before. So how will you say, like if I say I have been in Chennai, dash 10 years. Is it for 10 years or since 10 years? I have been in Chennai dash 10 years. So when I tell about the years like that, it should be for 10 years. Or if I say I have been in Chennai dash 1995. There, when I give the perfect year, it should be always since 1995. Very, very simple. Then, here also, can changes into could. He said, I can drive a car. He said he could drive a car. Can will become could. May will become might. Must will become had to. you must work hard, had to work hard. Would, could, should, ought to will remain unchanged. So whatever we are doing now, again 2 plus 2, 4 marks guaranteed question. He said I could run faster. He said that he could run faster. He said to me, you ought to wait for him. He said to me that I ought to. So could, ought to will not change. It will remain the same. Then if it's any imperative sentence like finish the work at once. When I say the master said to the servant, finish the work at once, what should I write? Ordered the servant to finish the work at once. The teacher said to the student, requesting, please study properly. Please study properly. The teacher requested the student to study properly. The teacher requested the student to study properly. So said to the student, please study will become requested. The father said to the son, work hard for success in life. The father advised, here SCD should be given, advised his son to work hard for success in life. Interrogative sentences, are you coming with them? Direct. Sania asked if I was coming with them. If are you means if I was, it will become. Have you anything to say on behalf of the accused? Said the judge to the lawyer. Here what will you say? The judge inquired of the lawyer. It is not inquired from the lawyer. It's always inquired of the lawyer. The judge inquired of the lawyer if he had anything to say on behalf of the accused. He said to me, what are you doing? He asked me what I was doing. What are you doing will become what? What I was doing. The gentleman said, where is the market? The gentleman asked, where was the market? No, where the market was. Where the market was. Then sorrow should be in reported speech, should be exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed with grief. Like that we should tell. Happiness in reported speech, again exclaimed with joy, delight, etc. Surprise in reported speech, exclaimed with surprise, exclaimed with wonder, like that. So exclaimed, sorry. So we say the reporter said, alas, many lives have been lost due to the tsunami. Exclaimed sadly that many lives had been lost due to the tsunami. The grandmother said, may you meet with success wherever you go. The grandmother blessed her grandson. May you meet. They're wishing good, no? So bless the grandson. The foreigner said, what a man Obama is. Exclaimed in wonder, Obama was a great man. That Obama was a great man. All that you need to check. So all these things is what you need to say. On the other hand, if I say, he said to me, good morning. What will you say? He said to me that was a good morning. No. He wished me good morning. Whenever I say may you, may God, etc., then again you can say blessed or prayed. If I am trying to tell may God grant you success, then I am praying. She prayed that God may will become might. Not should. May will become might. God might grant her friend success. So these are all the golden rules of direct speech to indirect speech. Similarly, whenever I am asking indirect to direct, very simple. So remove conjunctions, add punctuations, quotation mark, put a comma before the beginning of the quote. He said, and then you can say comma, and then double inverted comma, sentence, and full stop. He asked me what I was doing. He said to me, what are you doing? He asked if this was his pen. He said, is this your pen? Rama ordered Arjun to go away. Rama said to Arjun, go away. The tone only means that you are ordering around. He requested him to open the door for him. He said to him, please, comma, open the door for me. Please, comma, open the door for me. So obviously we'll understand that if we do some previous year's questions. So in this, unfortunately, it's not there. I have it here. You can just initially copy it down. There are just A to J. So as and when you copy, first copy the questions, leave one line and start writing the answers also, guys. So whatever we discussed now, it is 2 plus 2. Overall, 4 marks. Active voice, passive voice, 2 plus 2, 4 marks. This second chapter comes for 8 marks. Vocabulary comes for 8 marks. Circular memo, 3 to 4 marks. Report writing, 3 to 4 marks. Passage that we are doing, 5 marks. So one by one we are knocking it off. Then tomorrow we will do all those combined areas which overall comes for 15 marks. It can be article, it can be many things. We'll do that. Precis writing, guarantee 5 marks will come. 100% question. We'll do that. And that first communication chapter, I'll show you many videos to understand. You have this miscommunication, then you have language barrier, then you have, somebody will be a person who will always be, picking on your grammar, so you won't feel like talking only to that person. So I'll show you many videos, the origin of communication. That entire chapter, we can, finish it off through very nice videos. So you'll understand that at least some basic idea you will get to write. Right? Okay. Now please copy these questions. Leave one line and then write the answer also. This is 2 marks question. That is 2 questions will come direct to indirect speech. So, before you write down 1 second, I'll just show you the passage how they ask in the exam, guys. One question paper I'm opening. This is, let's say, November 19. November 19 question paper I'm opening. So here you see, first if you see, they are simply asking, they are speaking about, let's say, Marie Curie. In this, they are asking Marie Curie. Being the daughter of a physics professor, Marie was born in 1867 in Warsaw, Poland, was greatly influenced by wonders of science and technology. First, see the question. What did Mary did not like? Question only is wrong. What did Mary not like? What did Mary not like about the Warsaw University? So, they are asking about what she did not like. So, when you go up, you can just check here. See, she became disgruntled, means angry. However, when she learned that the university in Warsaw was closed for women, so what actually annoyed her? What Mary did not like about the Warsaw University? That it was closed for women. 1 mark. Like this questions will come. Very, very easy. So, here also an extra they have asked you to give summary. We'll do that, no problem. Anyway, so come back to this, guys. We are doing this still. 1 second. Yeah, I'll make it full screen. 1 second. No need to see my stupid face. I'll remove my face so that at least you can see the full screen. Why are we having outstanding students? What did you do, da? Sleeping? Slept off? Okay. Instanding students, not outstanding students. Yeah. Yes. A to J. So, answer? Answer is enough. You have the questions? Yeah, but you need to have the questions, no? So for when 1 day before the exam, how will you do? So your wish, if you want to write directly the answers, you write. I don't have a problem, but how will you revise later? Yes, come on. Quickly write the answers. You can take a picture actually if you want. Questions, write the answers. Phone is allowed, not allowed? Not allowed. Only take a picture, that's all. Then don't message your girlfriend, hey, this stupid fellow is talking. Sorry? In the book it's there. Where? ISM. Where? Which page? 2.33 ISM it's there. So it's okay. Write the answers, enough. Write the answers. Write the answers, guys. Only the answers. Instead of taking picture, don't sit and text. I opened the phone to actually take a picture, but I'm missing you. Memoir, I will do memoir. All that don't. Right. Yes. Acute problem. Yeah. Right. Yes. Write the answers. Come on. A to J. Mind you, first question is he says, not said. He says. When there is a present tense, you also should write it in the present tense. Just write the answers, it's enough. Come on guys, 2 plus 2, 4 marks. First question answer. He says Kashmir is the heaven on earth. He says that Kashmir is the heaven on earth. So when it is present tense, it should be retained in present tense. If it said, he said Kashmir is the heaven on earth. He said that Kashmir is the heaven on earth, or was the? Then it become was. Then it will become was. Because it's in present, both should be retained in present. The shopkeeper says prices are shooting up alarmingly. The shopkeeper says that prices are shooting up alarmingly because it's in the present tense. It's an exception to the general rule. General rule is if it is in the present, make it into past. If it's in the past, make it in the thing is everything will change. She said that. Then if whatever in the present, Kashmir is the heaven on earth, reporting verb was means, then this is also will become was. If the reporting verb was in the past tense, reporting verb is says, said, told, like that. So tells, if it is tells, then you should retain it as tells. If it is told, you have to make it told. And the other verb, like all other verbs which are in the present tense, Kashmir is the heaven, will become was. But since here it is says, it will retain as says. You see, she said nobody can solve the problem. She said that nobody could. Yeah, can will become could. She said that nobody could solve the problem. Anthony said Martin has gone home. Yes, Anthony said that Martin had gone home. She said, I shall be taking a test. She said that she. Generally you will say should be, because shall will be should. But here I am not taking, you have to do it. I am just generally telling I will be taking. So this shall will be read as will. This shall will be read as will. If I am saying you shall come to class every day at any cost, there you should say, he said that she should come to class. But here I am just telling I shall be taking a test. Instead of telling I will be taking a test, I am just saying I shall be taking a test. So what is the answer here? Would be taking a test. Yeah, she would be. So will become would. Would be taking a test. She said that she would be taking a test. The man said, is your father at home? The man asked him or the man asked me? You can write whatever you want. You can say the man asked him, the man asked her, or the man asked me. Because generally, is your father, did he ask somebody else or me? So generally you can write me also, it's fine. The man asked me if my father was at home. If my father was at home. Or you can also say the man inquired of me if my father was at home. Anything you can write, no problem. The clerk asked his manager, shall I email this letter again, sir? The clerk politely, you can say that also if you want to. The clerk asked his manager if he should, here shall I will be should. If he should email that letter again, this letter will become that letter. If he should email that letter again. Again, sir, not needed. The clerk politely asked them, you can say, the clerk politely asked his manager if he should email that letter again. She said, will you tell me what it means, David? She asked David if he would tell her what that meant, not it. It will become that. I repeat, she asked David if he would tell her what that meant. What that meant. Means will become meant. Because it's said, no, that's why means will become meant. She said to me, have you done this sum? She asked me if I had done that sum. She asked me if I had done that sum. The policeman said to the stranger, who are you? The policeman asked the stranger who he was. Who was he is wrong. Who he was. Yes, the policeman inquired of the stranger who he was. No problem. Inquired of the stranger, asked the stranger, no problem. That's all very simple. 2 marks in this. Next is reverse. That is, again, no need to write down the questions. It's fine. You can just solve the, write the answers. You can take a picture of the questions if you want and then solve directly. This is indirect speech to direct speech. 9 questions. Indirect speech to direct speech. Please solve indirect speech to direct speech. Indirect to direct, please solve. Solve, guys, solve. Come on, solve. Are we done? First one. The professor said that he would correct the tests on Saturday. Answer. The professor said, comma, then double inverted commas, I will, not would, I will correct the tests on Saturday, close the double inverted commas, right? Next, Natalia asked where the cafeteria was. Natalia said, comma, double inverted commas, where is the cafeteria? Where is the cafeteria? Very simple. Next. The doctor explained that he would operate the next day. The doctor explained, or the doctor said also is fine. I will operate tomorrow. I will operate tomorrow. My mother said that she was tired. My mother said, comma, double inverted commas, I am tired. Greta told me not to leave so early. Yeah, Greta said to me, or you can say, you cannot say said me, that is so wrong. Said me is wrong. You either say Greta told me, or you can say said to me. Greta said to me, with double inverted commas, don't leave so early. Don't leave so early. Mark said that he could speak 4 languages. Mark said, double inverted commas, I can speak 4 languages. Shirley told me to take notes in biology class. Yeah, Shirley said to me, comma, take notes in biology class. My sister said that we would leave early Sunday morning. My sister said, double inverted commas, we will leave early Sunday morning. We would will become will. We will leave early Sunday morning. Harold asked why I was wearing such old clothes. Harold asked, or Harold said, doesn't matter. Harold said, double inverted commas, why are you wearing such old clothes? Actually, indirect to direct is very easy. Direct to indirect is a little irritating. But in these active, passive, direct, indirect, 4 plus 4, 8 marks in your pocket. 8 marks in your pocket. Similarly, in the first part also, the first vocabulary part also, that same thing. So if you see, again, coming back to this main stuff. So 14 marks, these 2 are done, 14 marks are done. Comprehension passage almost done, that's 5 marks. And if you see here, report writing 3 to 4 marks, and the circular and memo 3 marks. Introduction to basics of writing and all is nothing there. Article also I have told you what to write, but what we need to also understand is very important, this Precis writing, which is 100% 5 marks, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly it will come for 5 marks, and especially note making, which will include notes and summary. Notes and summary, note will be for 3 marks, summary will be for 2 marks. We will do that, but for that first we should still finish the comprehension passages which we were doing. So comprehension passage, some 2 we did, like many, if you see any such thing, let's say May 22, or let's say December 21 paper, what type of passage they have asked, let's try to understand just to see. So if you check, always 100% question is 7A. They can ask you any such question. Here they are talking about academics, in how education, academics, how important is practice and all those things. And if you see here, yes. What has not been the focus of education from earlier times? So basically this entire passage is about how rote learning is ruining everything, how you should have more practice than just mugging up stuff. Mugging up is useless. So this talks about here academics. If you see, limited to the idea of getting out in the field, but gaining practical experience is always bad. Truth is, education requires that. So what was actually not there before? The practical experience. Where should students go for aesthetic development? Aesthetic means beauty related. So how do they do that? Again, practical experience is what they say. What kind of co-curricular activities have become points of focus today? Everything is direct. Very easy. If you just see here only, you will come to know. When you start reading, if you see that, yes. Check that. Co-curricular activities that take place outside the classroom but reinforce or supplement classroom curriculum in some way have become point of focus today. So what is the question here? Same. What kind of co-curricular activities have become point of focus today? Same, that answer, copy paste, 1 mark. So it is very, very high scoring if you know where to read. So first read the question, understand, okay, these are the types of questions that they are going to ask, and then read the passage and then solve it. Very simple. So now coming back to our passages, we had done 2, like maybe one or 2 more we'll do because it's 5 marks and it's short question. So we'll have to spend some more time, little bit extra time, and we'll move on to other areas. So moving back to page 46, where we are doing that. Notes we'll see later. So moving back to this area, check it out. Passage number 3, 4 and all position. Let's do 4 was not done, it's fine. Just do, let's say, passage number 6 you do, guys. Passage number 6. Again, read the question first. Page number 52. Page number 52. Read the question first. Try to understand what they are asking and then read the passage. Come on. Time starts now. Please solve, guys. The fast track batch is only for you guys, where we will try to make you solve as much as possible so that you don't have to solve again. So do not waste time. Kindly solve it. Please solve. Page number 52. Page 52. Come on, guys, solve. Those who are not solving, venue for the next fast track would be Krishna Gana Sabha or Vani Mahal. More people will be there. This batch, so many people have joined, no? So some of us will be like that only, will only be talking. So little bit extra. Krishna Gana Sabha will meet, or Vani Mahal. Vani Mahal only, no, that's called. Or Shastra will be less maybe, because this time so many students are there. Yes. So depends. Come on, up to you. Come on guys, yes. So what is this talking about? It's talking about where the work environment is increasingly stressful and demanding. Having a healthy peer relationship, not beer, peer. Peer means what? Your colleagues. Having an important peer relationship is of utmost importance. So if you see, question, according to the author, work environment in the present day is becoming what? Stressful yet highly productive? No. Are they talking about productivity? No. They are saying that it has become very demanding, but it is very monotonous. Monotonous means it's very boring. It is boring also, same thing you are doing, but it is very demanding. So the answer would be monotonous, yes, yet very demanding. The author feels that the work performance will increase if he allowed to work in an environment which is mixed with fun. Nobody likes to work in a very boring environment. You should have some fun activities. Correct? Fun activities is the thing. I had been to, Unacademy's office recently. They had just called me for something in Bangalore. I found the work culture very nice. Nobody was wearing formals. Everyone was wearing, casuals, and there was, an entire area where people were just playing. So there was this foosball, and there was this TT billiards. Even you guys had one TT thing was there. Last time when I had come last year, there was, I think, a TT table or that was a foosball table also. I don't know where it is now. Is it still there? Bata showroom it's there, correct. Yeah, it was, I don't know where I saw, Bata showroom only, correct. It was there. So it's nice. So that culture, what happens is, whenever you want to take a break, you will go and play, you will mingle with friends. Obviously, you will have that element of fun. Instead of all of us dying here in CA, little bit of fun also is needed. Correct? It's like having fun while dying. It's nice. Correct? So, rather than having only fun is dangerous and only dying is dangerous. Little bit of fun is needed. So, when I went to that office, I saw it's very nice. That work culture. I don't know how pressures, etc. they will manage, but at least for the naked eye, to a common man like me, it was decent. It was, nice to see many people playing, bonding, etc. So, that's what they are trying to tell. It will become fun if what? You are allowed to work in an environment mixed with fun. By learning the interests and hobbies of a co-worker, one can what? Yes, initiate a conversation based on mutual interest. Ask him what he likes, what that person likes, and then go on. Which of the following reinforces a spirit of team bonding? Generally here it speaks about, if you see here, they talk about, yeah, if you see here, it says that, here, if you check that, do you have these get-togethers and all these things, which become stress-free and enjoyable, but these get-togethers, etc., is just like annual team building activities, etc., is just a one-time thing. Yes, you will go there, have fun, and then come back to your old boring job again. So here they are saying reinforcement is necessary. Means what? Through staff meetings or other discussions to keep the good vibes flowing. Just have fun and come back? No, you should also have more and more team meetings, have fun activities, team building activities. So what is the thing here? What is the idea here? Departmental meetings and discussions. You need to understand that once you start working, your almost 10 to 12 hours of your life will be in the office, which means your and 6 to 8 hours you have to sleep. So with your family you will only get 3 to 4 hours. Think about it. Your work people only will become family. Similarly, now you are attending classes, you are meeting your friends more than you meet your family. So future also same thing will happen. So they are trying to tell, just because one day you will go have fun in some resort and come back, no, like that's what they do generally. They just go to some nice resort in Goa, everywhere, and then have spiritual discussions, spiritual discussions, correct? And then they'll do meditation because they would have sloshed completely, and then they'll come back. But then that's not just fun. You need to also have constant team building activities. Here, back, you should have team building activities. That's what they're saying. Very simple. So like that, 4 marks, 5 marks. So 5 marks, 100% question in passages, which becomes very, very simple. 100% they ask in the exam, right? So the thing is, with this we finish the passage reading. So what will happen now, this note making and Precis writing requires a little bit of concentration. So we'll do it tomorrow. These 2 parts, note making, Precis writing, in the first session we'll do. Now we'll finish off as much as possible in the other areas, and the last session we'll finish off the other areas. So circulars and memos done, report writing done. We have these small things which we'll do, but before that, in the introduction to basics of writing, if you see, that is also essential to understand the basics, right? Yeah, I'll show you. So if this much Josh we have in studies also, that a correct time we should watch video, like that correct time we should study, like that. Anyway, I don't want to tell further. That is called sarcasm, correct? So if you see page number 66, introduction to basics of writing. So guys, they can ask you anything to write. That writing can be expository in nature, it can be persuasive or argumentative in nature, descriptive or narrative. They can ask you, narrate your experience of one-day trek. They can ask you, describe a particular, you visited some office, describe how the office was. They can ask you anything. In such a case, you need to close your eyes and the pencil write down all the important pointers, that how the structure should be, and then you should write the answer. So all this is useless. What they will ask you is direct question like this here. Page number 69, they can ask you direct question as to, for example, you wish to join journalism instead of engineering. Write a short paragraph, 125 words, persuading your parents to let you join the course of your choice. Dear Appa and Amma, by the time you receive this letter, I will not be there. Right? Full stop. Then, thank you for supporting all my life, but sorry to disappoint you. I do not like engineering. I always wanted to be a journalist. I really write well. I can convey my messages. Sorry, I could not be a good son, or that is could not be a good daughter. Correct? Please do not worry just because I am not there. Please do not worry about me. Wherever I am, I will be fine. Correct? And I know that you obviously you have looked after me really well, but I genuinely want to do journalism. Then that thing is, I always would love you and always will be looking after you wherever I am. And in the end, what I'll say, love so and so. Then below you will write, this is how I am good at journalism. Don't worry, I'm not dying. Correct? That's why I'm saying, you already thought that I was dying and you thought you became very happy, but sorry to cut your happiness, I'm actually very much alive. So I'm just trying to tell you, if this level I can actually tell you that I am already dead, think of how good a journalist I'll be. I'll be an horrible engineer, but a very good journalist. Like that and all, you shouldn't write, but I'm saying. But what will you say when you want to persuade somebody? Will you also tell that they are good? I mean, whatever they are saying is correct or wrong, will you say that? Yes. So when you are persuading somebody, you see, that's why I'm giving you a hint here. First, you should understand the concerns and viewpoint of parents. But you should say that you have no interest in engineering. Correct? You should tell that I understand your viewpoint, but you have no interest in engineering. Right? So you should say that you have an aptitude for writing well. You have an aptitude for writing well, and you are very keen on joining the journalism course. You will also say many good career options are there in journalism. You should convince them that I will definitely look after myself 100%. I may not do well in engineering because I don't have the aptitude, but here I know for sure that I will do really well. That's very simple. So if it's 125 words, each line will be around 12 to 14, basically 10 lines. 10 lines is what you need to write. Similarly, write a short anecdote from your life. Anecdote means what? Real life story. Real or imagined. Generally it's real life story, but then you may not experience the same thing, right? So they are saying real or imaginary. You create something and write. Add all the elements of storytelling. So it should have characters, theme, emotional appeal, all these things. So they can ask you anything for that matter. So generally, like business type, they will ask you like this. Second question. You visited the Google office in Delhi and were impressed by the building and infrastructure. Building and infrastructure. Describe the office in your own words, stating your perceptions and your feelings. So here the word limit would be 125. So roughly around how many lines? 8 to 9 lines. So what did you feel about the office? So if you see, hint again, you should say that, the location, how it was a huge building. There were so many floors. Then some words you should use like interiors were tastefully decorated. The furnishings were plush. Plush means very posh furnishings. It was very, very nice, the entire furnishing. Well ventilated and lighted. Well ventilated classrooms and it was lighted. Eco-friendly place. Ample office space also was there for every employee. There was ample office space for every employee, like that. So should you write how you got into the building, all that is needed, or only describing the building? Yeah, you just have to describe the building. No need to write how you got into the office, how you got a chance, nothing like that. Just have to describe. So what will you write generally? On my recent visit to Google office in so and so place, that's what. It was a huge building. Location was very picturesque. Picturesque means what? And very attractive, yes. Then I was impressed, what? The thing is, I was thrilled or amazed to see such nice, landscaping. Landscaping means the surrounding, greenery everywhere that they had constructed, man-made landscaping. And of course, you should say that there were many blocks to the entire campus. I just could visit only one block. It had 10 towers, 10 buildings, all that, whatever that you have to write. And then you should say the interiors were tastefully decorated, ample of space was there for every employee, charging points, etc. were there, and there was a good rapport. Have you heard this word, rapport? Rapport means what? There was a good feeling among employees, right? Camaraderie, they say it is camaraderie. Have you heard of this word, comrade? Yeah, comrade is nothing but both of us wavelengths are matching, comrade. So the other actual original form of comrade is what? Camaraderie. So you can use this camaraderie. Correct? Camaraderie, all these words you can use. So this is how you can write. They can ask you anything. Even they can ask you an article, they can ask you a simple descriptive letter. The thing is descriptive content, they can ask you anything. There's no hard and fast rule. On that note, let's watch a video. Come on. Yes. Right. Full Josh. Good. No problem. Which one did you watch that time? Short Indian. So I spoke about, what do you say? Let's see this. I'm back. Right. So we understood a little bit of, what do you say, BCR through various videos. Right. Okay. So come back. So this, as I told you, these two parts we will do tomorrow and the first session whenever it is. I think it's 2 to 4 only. That is note making and Preci writing, because note making, Preci writing put together will definitely come for 10 marks. That one part we will see later. First session. Second session we'll finish the rest, and now today we'll finish whatever else we can do. So article writing done. So let's go to, let us say, the formal mail part. Formal mail we'll try to do. It's a very easy thing and regularly asked in the exam. Formal mail will come for 2 to 4 marks. Resume writing will come for 3 to 5 marks. Formal mail will come for 2 to 4 marks and resume writing will come for 3 to 5 marks. Meetings till today they have not asked actually. Agenda they have not asked till now, but we'll have to do. We'll not miss anything. We'll do it. Formal letter also 3 to 4 marks. Formal letter 3 to 4 marks. And article writing is nothing there in it, so it's fine, because just about article writing, my sincere advice would be, please write it if you don't know anything else what to write. Because in article they can ask you anything and everything. And in article there is no format, it is only content. So if article writing will come for around, you see how it is placed. They'll place it really smartly, article writing. I'll show you your paper only. So it should be you should be very smart while choosing whether to write the article question or not. So if you see, try to write it in the end only, because we cannot, it's very difficult to write an article which the examiner wants it perfectly. So if you see, all this is there. See here, it is the 10th question. In the 10th question, the 10A and 10B will be very easy. So 2, 3, 4, 5 marks you can easily solve. And these 5 marks you can actually finish it in less than 5 minutes. Right? Whereas here, this 5 marks you will almost get, how many? You will get, for these 5 marks, you will get easily 5 into 1.6 is 9, right? So you will get more than that, 11, 12 minutes you will write. So you should choose this particular question only if you feel that basically you will get beyond 2 to 3, you will not get in an article. Just keep it as 2 marks, right? You will not get whatever you write, you be practical, 2 marks you will get, that's all. So you will choose this particular question only if you feel that in some other question you cannot get more than 7. Why? The entire question is 10 marks. And in this will be 5 marks. So you should be sure of getting 5 here first of all. And then you can, whatever article you write, you will get 2 marks minimum. Right? Maximum 3. That's it. So if you cannot get more than 7 marks in some other question, only then choose the, this thing, article. Because in article you should be getting around 7. In this, and these questions will be generally easy. If you feel in some other question you can aim to get 8 or 9, blindly follow that question. And let's say now you've chosen to write the article. Always write this question in the end, because this you can finish off easily. This question should always be in the end, guys, because here there is no format, only content. And you will get 5 marks. 5 into 1.6 is 9 minutes, 9 plus extra. This you can get extra minutes from here also. 12 minutes you will get. In that 12 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes will only go in brainstorming. They can give you any question. Here you see, role of youth in combating corruption. Guys, 25 lines you have to write. So it's not going to be as easy as you think. So you need to have a lot of content. Whatever you write, it will be only 2 marks you're going to get, maximum 3. So you first see the other questions in that cluster. These questions you know short, only then you attempt this. So first test of article writing is what? Other questions. Whether you can score out of out in that. If you can score out of out in other questions, only then attempt this question, because 7 is a good mark. 7 out of 10 is excellent. But you are not at all sure about that direct indirect speech. You are not sure about that first question. Human behavior is not under the sole control. That some theory question is there, you don't know. Better to skip this question. Because other things are based on format. Report writing is based on format. Circular memo format. Formal letter is format. Formal mail is format. Article doesn't have any format. Article is more content. So in formal mail, if you stick to the resume writing is purely format. But in this thing, it is not format. So we should be smart. We should only write this if we do not have a choice. If other areas we don't know, only then we should attempt this area. Okay. So let's, on that note, let us go to the formal mails, page number 97 to 98, formal mails. It's very easy, formal mails, 97 to 98. So we will have to understand. Basically, guys, in a mail, what is the, what do you say, structure that we will follow? Yes, this is the structure that I have to follow. This is the format. First, there will be, I am seeing page number 97. Anyway, in your ISM also, same format is given. So first, you should write from. So when they ask you a mail, a 3 to 4 marks question, 2 to 4 marks actually. Sometimes I've seen mail with 2 marks also. And if you follow the format sincerely, minimum 1 mark you'll get. So basically it's format based. Then for content, they'll give you. So if there's a 4 mark question, for format there'll be 2 marks, content there'll be 2 marks. If it's a 3 mark question, format 1 mark, content 2 marks. So mostly it is 4, whatever I've seen. Sometimes there was 3 also. So format, if you follow properly, you can close your eyes and get 2 marks at least. So first is what? From. Then 2. Then CC. What is CC? Carbon copy. Means you want to also mark other people in the mail. Even the receiver will be able to see, and the person in the CC also will be able to see. What is BCC? Blank carbon copy. In a blank carbon copy, the receiver will not know who you have sent it as BCC. This you will send when you don't want the receiver to know who are the others who have received the mail. But the BCC guy, if I am in the BCC guy, I will know. If I am the BCC guy, I will know to whom you have sent, everybody, including me. That is what it is. Then subject has to be stated clearly and concisely. Subject can be anything. Subject can be to sort of, buy a product, order a product, inquire, lodge a complaint, everything. Subject should be very, very clear and concise. You cannot say, like if it's an offer that you are giving to somebody, you can say this is a proposal for a synergy. That's it. You cannot write one long thing. So then the salutation, dear sir, madam, dear Mr. Gupta. Generally you should avoid this. Hi Kapil. You should avoid. Why? Because it's only if you know the receiver well. Dear all, dear sir, dear madam, all that you should write. Hi darling, all that you cannot write. Correct? So it is dear sir, unless her name is darling, which is not possible. So dear sir, then dear madam, dear Mr. Gupta. And if you are addressing a lady, will you write Miss or Mrs.? Or will you write like Miss or Mrs.? Miss you will write or Mrs. You don't know whether that person is married. So always write MS. Always write MS, because this will represent both who are married and who are unmarried. So no need to write MISS or MRS. Always write MS. Dear Miss so and so. And then of course there should be a main body closing, and if there's any attachment, and then signature. Signature should be there. So if you see, for instance, here, this is a sample invite email to Amit Kumar. They'll only give you the ID, by the way. Will they give the ID? Yes. You are the branch manager. They'll give you within bracket, BRNCH at kprivatelimited.com. They'll only give you everything. No need to worry. So like that you should write. So here, dear Mr. Kumar, you are invited to attend our free webinar. Today, how important search engine optimization is, and then date, time, seminar they have given. So let's write one, for example. Other things are okay. Just see. First one. This was an examination question. Write down. Write an email to Miss Shikha Sharma, reminding her of a business contract you have sent to her regarding providing infrastructure maintenance services to our company, Global Solutions. You are Mr. Sanjay Jori, Business Head of Bloomsbury Infrastructure. Please write down. You only write. Take 2-3 minutes. Write the structure, what you should write in that. Right. Without writing, it will not come, guys. Do please start. Come on. Do some brainstorming. What all? This is a contract which has already been sent to them. They have not yet replied. So please write. From to CC BCC can be blank. You can simply write CC BCC and you can keep it blank. No problem. So you can write CC first, BCC, then keep it blank. It's okay. Write down. It's an examination question. Please write. Answer. Come on, guys, please write. Four-mark question. Please write. Please frame the mail. Let's see what you have written. Please write. Put pen on paper and make the effort, please. Guys, write. Come on. So this is how it will be. Check it out. From what will you write? Sanjay Jori at bloomsbury.com. Why Bloomsbury? Please try to avoid all that, what do you say, gmail.com, all those things you should not write. They'll only give you the email ID. To be honest with you, in the question paper, they'll only give you the email ID. If they don't give, since they have told you are Sanjay Jori from Bloomsbury, easy to write what? Sanjay Jori at bloomsbury.com. Then 2, Shika Sharma at globalsolutions.com. Please don't create your own email ID. Daddy's Princess. Yeah, correct. In your Instagram profiles, it's there, no. Daddy's Princess. Cake murder, it seems. Cake murder on so and so date. Crazy it is. I keep seeing sometimes, right? So if you see cake murder, Daddy's Princess, yes. This fellow's boyfriend, this fellow's girlfriend, all that. So Sanjay Jori at bloomsbury.com. Then Shika Sharma. Like you cannot write Playboy Sanjay at bloomsbury.com. I'm just saying. Correct? You cannot write all these things is what I'm trying to tell. Maintain is a business email. Cannot have all these things is what I'm generally trying to tell. Yes. Shika Sharma at globalsolutions.com. CC and BCC should be blank. Then subject, most important. What will you write the subject? You should write gentle reminder. Gentle reminder, infrastructure maintenance contract. That's all. It should be, you should use the word gentle reminder. Gentle reminder. Correct? Gentle reminder. Should not use any local language, right? Subject can all be Adappavi. Where is the what? Infrastructure maintenance, sign and send. All that you cannot write. Now, dear Miss Shika Sharma, dear Miss Shika Sharma. That's it. Dear Miss Shika Sharma, comma. Can we go for dinner tonight? No. Right? All that is not possible. It is a professional email. Correct? So, dear Miss Shika Sharma, comma. Then write down. I'll make you write this particular thing. What have you written? Then you can compare with what you have written. First, with reference to, dear Miss Shika Sharma. Then after comma, greetings you should write. Greetings and an exclamatory mark. You have already sent her from which company, everything they already know. Just greetings. You have to some little bit of, just being very nice. That's it. Greetings. That's it. How was your day? Did you have breakfast? Saptingla, enna sapta? All that don't know one. Correct? That is only greetings. That's it. And then next, what do you say? Next paragraph. What? With reference to our business meeting. With reference to our business meeting. Please write down. This is how structure should be. With reference to our business meeting. With reference to our business meeting. On 25th June 2022. Any date you write, it's okay. With reference to our business meeting on 25th June 2022, comma, a contract citing means detailing all this. Citing spelling I have given here. A contract citing all the approved terms and conditions. A contract citing all the approved terms and conditions. All the approved terms and conditions / particulars. All the approved terms and conditions / particulars. Terms and conditions / particulars has been drafted. And shared with you. Has been drafted and shared with you. Via email. See, 25th you did a business meeting. So 2-3 days later you will send the email. When you have shared with you on, let's say 28th June 2022. 28th June 2022. Full stop. Next para. Which should be crisp. No nonsense. No long winding sentences. Crisp. Next, last paragraph. Kindly accept the contract. Kindly accept the contract on or before 31st July. kindly accept the contract on or before 31st July. Kindly accept the contract on or before 31st July, comma, so that we can initiate, so that we can initiate the service provision, so that we can initiate the service provision, so that we can initiate the service provision and complete our work on time, and complete the work or complete our work on time. Full stop. If you require any clarifications, on any of the clauses in the contract, on any of the clauses in the contract, comma, please do reach out to us. Please do reach out to us. Any of the clauses in the contract, please do reach out to us. Please do reach out to us. Full stop. That's all. In that last, in the end, you should give this final, thank you thing. What is that? Regards, Sanjay Jori. Regards, Sanjay Jori. Regards, Sanjay Jori. Business head. Business head. Business head. Sanjay Jori, business head. Bloomsbury Infrastructure. Bloomsbury Infrastructure. Business head, Bloomsbury Infrastructure. Last part of the day is I will give you 5 points for resume. If they ask any resume, copy paste these 5 points, at least you will get 2 marks. Correct? After that we'll stop. It's okay. Though we started late, it's okay. Just 5 points I'll give you. This is, you can just write down important points for all resume. That's, I've generalized everything. Whenever they give you any resume, you just copy paste these 5 points. Where will you write these 5 points? Tomorrow we'll do the format. Don't worry. But these 5 points you should write and practice and keep in mind. Any bloody resume, copy paste. These 5 points will come somewhere. Where will it come? Tomorrow I'll tell. But these 5 points are important, which will fetch you at least 2 marks. Or at least 40% of the marks allocated for resumes. So let's write down. Important points for resume. 5 points are there. Point number 1. An enthusiastic. It's there on the screen also. I'm just dictating. Let me just make it full screen so that you can see it clearly. These are the important points for resume. Any resume they ask, you can write this. First point. Where will it come in the resume? Tomorrow we'll do. No problem. An enthusiastic, comma, write these 5 points and practice and go and vomit in the exam. 40% minimum you'll get. An enthusiastic, comma, highly motivated. An enthusiastic, comma, highly motivated. Highly hyphen. Highly motivated, comma, industrious. Industrious. Industrious means very hard working actually. Industrious. An enthusiastic, comma, highly motivated, comma, industrious. And creative individual. And creative individual. And creative individual, comma, possessing strong, analytical, comma, decision making, analytical, comma, decision making, comma, communication, comma, interpersonal, communication, comma, interpersonal, and leadership skills. Interpersonal and leadership skills. This is point number 1. Point number 2. Leadership skills. Point number 2. Over dash years of experience. Over dash years of experience. As a dash. Now it depends on the question. Over dash years of experience as a dash, or you can say in the field of dash. That depends on whatever question they have asked. I'll tell you where it will come in the resume tomorrow. That's not a problem. Over dash years of experience as a dash or in the field of dash. Third one, in-depth understanding, in-depth understanding, in-depth understanding, in-depth understanding slash, or you can say hands-on experience. In-depth understanding or hands-on experience. In-depth understanding or hands-on experience. Hands-on experience, that's what ICAI will tell you if you don't write this. In-depth understanding slash hands-on experience of dash concepts. Of dash concepts. Of dash concepts. Now, if you are applying for a finance job, financial concepts. If you are applying for a software developer, then in the area of software development. Fourth point. Proficiency in. Proficiency in. Proficiency in. Then hash or slash. Proficiency in or expertise in. Proficiency in or expertise in. Or extensive experience in. Whatever you want, you can write. Proficiency in or expertise in or extensive experience in. Extensive experience in, that is also you can write. Proficiency in or expertise in or extensive experience in. Last part, fifth point. These are the 4 points. Fifth point, last part. Seeking an opportunity. Seeking an opportunity. Seeking an opportunity to work for a. Seeking an opportunity. Seeking an opportunity to work for a. To work for a progressive organization. Seeking an opportunity to work for a progressive organization at the post of dash. Seeking an opportunity to work for a progressive organization at the post of dash within the dash industry or dash field. Seeking an opportunity to work for a progressive organization at the post of dash within the dash industry or dash field. Within the dash industry or dash field, which will enable me, which will enable me, which will enable me, which will enable me to utilize my, which will enable me to utilize my dash skills, dash skills, dash skills, depends on what the question is, dash skills or expertise, dash skills or expertise to the fullest, dash skills or expertise to the fullest. These 5 points will be for all resumes. You write down 2-3 times, go and vomit in the exam as I told you. Minimum 40 to 50% of the resume marks you will get for sure. Okay. See you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Yes. Thank you. Bye. So the next part, 2-3 things are there. So we have to do the resume writing. Formal mails we finished. Resume writing and just that. Formal letters and meetings. And of course the other areas. Okay, let me make it full screen. 1 second. Yeah. In the resume as such, they will give you those 5 things that I have told you. You always have to write. But where exactly will it come is something that we need to see. Resume, they can ask anything, but there are 2 things in a resume. One is the resume itself, and one more is something called as the cover letter. What is cover letter? What is the cover letter? It is just to tell that, boss, we have sent you the resume, and please find attached the resume, but just a summary of everything you should say, that why I am applying for your organization. You cannot just send an email by just attaching the resume. You obviously need to send a cover letter. Mind you, this is not a cover mail, but it's a cover letter. So still little old school. Now everything is sent via WhatsApp, everything is sent via email, but still, even in the email, you should write a cover mail. Honestly speaking, you should just not say, hi, please find attached my resume. That's not professional. You should tell, hi, thank you for the opportunity. I saw the advertisement and so. Thank you for the opportunity in giving my resume. And if you need any other further clarifications, please, like that, something. I'll make you write, don't worry. So what they'll ask you for 4 to 5 marks is, one is the resume. Along with the resume, you should write your cover letter. So just take down one question. This is a recent, like 2 to 3 attempts ago, they had asked examination question for 5 marks. This will be for both resume and cover letter. So please write down the question. I'll dictate the question. You are Prashant Kumar. You are Prashant Kumar. Exam question this is. It came in one exam and also in a MTP, mock test paper of CA Institute. You are Prashant Kumar / Lakshmi Ahuja. So you can either choose to be Prashant Kumar or Lakshmi Ahuja. You are Prashant Kumar / Lakshmi Ahuja, comma, a resident of Jui Nagar, JUI. A resident of Jui Nagar, JUI. Jui Nagar, Mumbai. Jui Nagar, JUI Nagar. Jui Nagar, Mumbai. You have recently come across an advertisement. You have recently come across an advertisement in Hindustan Times newspaper. You have recently come across an advertisement in Hindustan Times newspaper. For trainee article. For trainee article. For trainee article in finance. For trainee article in finance at SR Private Limited. At SR Private Limited. At SR Private Limited. At SR Private Limited. Full stop. Draft a cover letter. Draft a cover letter. What? Training article where? In finance at SR Private Limited. In SR Private Limited, full stop. Draft a cover letter. Draft a cover letter in response to the advertisement. Draft a cover letter in response to the advertisement. And enclose your resume. And enclose your resume. So first we need to write the letter and then the resume. First we need to write the cover letter and then the resume. So cover letter format. Mind you, this is not an email. This is a letter. So cover letter format is like this. Write down here. So you have to, they'll give you address. If they don't give you address, you have to make up your own address. So first will always be from. Whom are you writing from? 32, yes, sender's address. 32, comma, Jui Nagar. Now after Jui Nagar, you can write a comma, need not write a comma. It is up to you. But if you write a comma, everywhere comma should come. So better not to write. Better not to write. Better avoid comma. When? After each sentence. Better avoid comma. Hello, yeah, cool. So I think even in Zoom it's coming, right? Sunanda madam will go here, this one. To put this thing, right? Okay. OBS, cool. Now it's coming. Cool. We'll start. Water bottle. Okay, so while writing the resume, we were discussing, the various formats of resume. One is the chronological format. I mean, we did not discuss what formats as such, but the thing is, there are 3 formats. Chronological format, that is what your most recent work or education history will be given there. Functional resume, then combination resume. 3 things are there. So we'll come to the resume part in a bit. We'll finish off 2 important areas, guys, which will come for 10 marks. One is note making, 3 plus 2 marks there. Then Precis writing, 5 marks. We'll finish this and then we'll come to the other areas. We'll only have resume writing, formal letters and meetings. Formal mails are done. Resume writing, formal letters. And as far as article writing is concerned, there is absolutely no format. It is only content. So they can ask anything under the sun. So for that you need to brainstorm. And as I already told you, please do not write articles unless you're absolutely sure of it, or unless you feel that other 5 marks will be in your pocket. If you short feel that the remaining 5 marks is in your pocket, then only choose article. Otherwise, try to avoid it as much as possible because you cannot score well. So we should be smart while writing. Simply everything is there means we cannot write. We should easily be smart. If the other 5 marks you really know, then you can easily write the article also, minimum 2 you will get. If there is a resume in one question and if there is article in one question, it is a no-brainer. No need to think what to write. Resume. Yesterday I told you 5 points. Those 5 points you write in the exam, you will definitely get minimum 2 marks. Minimum 2 is what I am saying out of 4 marks. So that's what it is. Now where will those 5 points come? I'll make you write that separately. Before that, let's go on to this note making and Precis writing. We'll finish off the note making concept and Precis writing. So if you see, note making is in page number 54. So note making 100% question, Precis writing 100% question. So we should obviously finish those things which short will come in the exam. So 54 and 60 to 65. There is no question paper in BCR without a question on note making, without a question on summary, without a question on Precis. So note making and summary is always 7B. 7A is what? Passage. 7B1, 7B2. 7B1 is note making, 7B2 is summary. And Precis writing will come in question number 8. Either 8B or 8C. Guarantee question, 100%. From 2018 onwards they have been asking. You cannot actually skip that. You have to give questions on that. It is pretty stupid if they miss out on giving questions on notes and summary. So let's finish the important areas now immediately and then go on to the other areas. Others are also important, but in those it may or may not come. So we'll see that later. So at least let's finish the ones in a smart way. What will come for sure. At least the technique, if we learn how to write, it will be good. So coming to 46 would be the note making. Passages we did. After passages would be the note making provisions. All these passages we did. From 56 onwards is note making. So what do you mean exactly by making notes? What do you mean by making notes? And how do I make notes according to you? What is note making, guys? How will I make notes and what is note making? In what way should I write? Short forms. So is it exactly like short forms or what? So if I just ask you, what are the various ways of let's say building your immunity? I'll just ask you a question. What are the ways that you will build your immunity? What are they? Exercise daily. Okay. Then eat pizza every day. No. Eat what? Eat healthy. Eat healthy. Then sunbath. Okay. Sunbath. Then stay hydrated. Hydration is one of the most important things. So hydration is the key. Next, personal hygiene. Yes, I don't know why this is acting funny. Yes, personal hygiene is the next part. Of course, personal, just close this and let's explain again. Yes, personal hygiene is one more important area that we need to look at. Zoom audio not coming. 1 second. Okay, now it will come. Hello, mic testing, check. Okay, cool. Done. So, of course, the personal hygiene is one more thing that we need to look at. Personal hygiene, as you rightly said. Then, apart from that, what else? Sorry? Protein intake. Okay. Then, what are the, I can say some of them are natural remedies. Some of them are, other remedies. Now, what are the natural remedies and what are the other remedies? What are the traditional remedies that your parents always keep telling you? Rightly so, whatever you said. What can be some medical remedies? What are the, yes, some tablets that you take, right? Generally, you will take some tablets. So, those tablets, vitamin tablets and, yes, steroids if you take, that's all. Steroids if you take for hygiene or if you are taking for immunity, gone. You will definitely, steroids will help. Why? Rather than living 50 years, in 35 you will be damar, gone. Yes, so personal hygiene, yes, definitely all these you listed out. Now tell me, if I want to tell you, please make a note making of all this, how will you write? So basically guys, note making, if you see the notes here, this is how it will be. So first you can write it as one traditional method. You can write it like this. Second will be modern method or medical method. Modern is also fine. Modern method. Under traditional method, it will be, you can write it as A, B, C, D, your wish. Here also you can write A, B, C, D. Or, sir, I don't want to write A, B, C, D. I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, your wish. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, your wish. Sir, under 4 also, I do, or under 1 also, sub point if I have to write, I can write small a, small b, small c. So my question is, I don't want to use Roman numbers here. I want to use A and B here. But I want to use Roman numbers here inside. Can I do that? Can I use Roman numbers inside? What do you think? Yes or no? Yes, Roman numbers can be used inside. Absolutely no problem. So the Roman numbers can be used inside. This format is totally up to you guys. You can make it A and B like that. In between you can write 1, 2, 3. Or you can make 1 and 2 here, and in between you can say ABC or ABC, your wish. Totally, that's up to you. Roman numbers, etc., all that you can see. But ultimately, main heading, divide the idea into 3 parts or 2 parts, whatever it is. And if you want to make it complicated, you can make it like this also. A, B, C, A1, B1, B2, B3, then C1, C2, C3. In that sub-heading, in A1, if I want to make a subheading, A1.1, A1.2, A1.3, your wish. But why to make it complicated? We can make it simple. So main heading can be ABC, or it can be 1, 2, 3, or it can be normal 1, 2, 3, Roman 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. But please maintain the same structure. You can't write A here and make it 2 here. Correct? If you are writing A here, you have to make it B. So either use ABC or do 1, 2, 3 or Roman 1, 2, 3, small 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. Please avoid bullet points. You cannot write in bullet points and all that. So that is not possible. This is how you should see. So I have given you examples here of how to make it. See, there are various types. What type of questions can come in the exam in note making? Very simple. First, they will ask you to, they will give a passage they'll only give. Then you need to make the notes. Second question, they will give you the notes. You have to make a summary of the same. Third question, they will give you a passage. You have to make notes. You have to make summary. Tell me, from May 2018, what are they asking? Yes, passage. This also, if they ask, it's okay. Anyway, passage to note is anyway easy. If they give you note also and ask you to summary, it's actually easier. It's so easy it is. Actually, you can easily make it, no problem. This is an examination question. 2018 onwards, they will give you a passage. You need to convert it into a note and a summary. Now, summary should be, if the number of lines are, let us say, 20 lines. Summary should be what? Is it 1/3 or should it be 1/4? Should it be 25% or what? What do you think, guys? Summary should be how much? 1/3, 1/4, what should be the summary? So if you see page number 59, it is 25%, that is 1/4. Mind you guys, when you are writing a Precis, which we'll do next, Precis is 1/3 formula. Precis is 1/3. When you are writing a Precis, that is 1/3. But when you are writing a summary, it should be 1/4. When you are writing a summary, it should be 1/4. So mind you, writing a summary is how much? 1/4. Writing a summary is 1/4. That is what? 25%. Writing a summary, it is 25%. Whereas Precis would be how much? 1/3 of the entire deal. Very, very simple. So Precis writing is 1/3. Summary writing is 1/4. So it depends on what you want to write. That's how there is. Very simple. So we have given all these things, passages, note. Now in the exam, they'll ask you a passage and ask you to write a note or summary. We will do that, couple of things. And in the, what do you say, summary, not just the, note making. Note making are of various types. One is tree diagram, never asked in the exam, they'll not ask also. Draw a tree diagram. This is to help in the hierarchy. If you want to talk about banking career hierarchy, you have junior management, middle management, senior management, top management. Under that, who all will be there? All that. That is called hierarchy. Sometimes it can be a flow chart also. Correct? First one. Did you attend the crash course? Yes. Then, did you concentrate in the crash course? Yes. Then, did you do all the homework? Yes. Then what? Did you pass the exam? Yes. On the other, did you, attend the crash course? Yes. Then did you concentrate? No. Then what? Krishna Gana Sabha, January 22 again, 23, sorry. Correct? Very simple. Then you concentrated, did you do the homework? No. Again what? Krishna Gana Sabha, January 23. Then again, did you do the homework? Yes. Did you pass the exam? No. Then also Krishna Gana Sabha, January 23. Example. This is called as a flow chart. For every question there will be yes and then there will be a no. So that is the other thing. That is the other thing. That is a flow chart basis. And we have the table also. Table is easy. Making comparison, yes or no questions. Comparison is there in the tabular format. Very simple. Then presentation, mind map also. All this they'll never ask in the exam. Leave it. But it's okay. What is a mind map? Mind map is, if I want to, let's say, make a presentation. So what all will you do in presentation? Visual presentation will be there. Audience should be good. What is the audience you need to understand? How will you deliver the product? What is the topic? What is the location of that? All that you need to understand. Anything using mind map. And in audience, various other things are in the form of maps. Various other things are in the form of maps. You have to make a presentation this way. So that is what it is. Mind mapping, all that we have to see. So we have what? Linear note making, then non-linear note making, mind mapping and all these things, table. But basically the note making that they'll ask in the exam is linear note making. Linear note making is what they'll ask in the exam. So like this you should write. Guys, it's not just this. You also have to give the abbreviation. Abbreviation of long words. You should condense long words into short forms. Is there any format for that? Nothing like that. But some hints I can give you. Hints are there here. After all this, hints. So that is called, you will have to give a key. In the key you will say abbreviations used, symbols used. Abbreviations used and symbols used. So what are the abbreviations that I have used here? What are the symbols that you have used? Is what you will have to give here. So heading and title reflect the main idea, theme, topic, concise, what is the article all about, all that you will write here. This is the abbreviation. Abbreviation is nothing but the shortened version of longer sentences. That is called as a acronym. Acronym is shorter sentences of the name, longer name. So if you see, for example, information can be written as info. Your wish, it's one of the ways of writing. Maximum can be written as max. Statistics can be written as stat. Corporation as corp. Popular is pop. Like that. Anything. Government can be GOVT. International can be just INTL. Department can be just DEPT. Your wish. Or it can be first and last letter also if you want to. Mount, MT. Court, QT. QT, then girl, everything is there. Don't get ideas. Yes. Then Mr. is what? MR. Correct? All these things. Then, for example, you can omit all the vowels. That is A, E, I, O, U. You can omit. So if you see problem, it can just be PRBLM. For school, it can just be SCHL. Guys, this is up to you. Just examples, that's all. You can do whatever you want. For background, you can just say BG. Background. You can see, write BG, and below you should write the abbreviation. We'll see. Then symbols, if anything is saying leads to, then you can caused by, yes. So if you see breathlessness is caused by what? COVID. Or COVID causes death. All these things. So like this also you can use Increasing, decreasing, you can use this. Greater than, lesser than, you can use this. Therefore, because, you can use. And, percentage, money, at, all this you can. For if any at is there, you can use this. And below in the abbreviations, you can write all these things. And the key, abbreviations used and symbols used. Abbreviations is separate, symbols is separate. Symbols, for at, you have used at. This means increase, this means decrease, like that you should write. Obviously, when we solve 1 or 2, you will understand, don't worry. Then, of course, you have for other people, other like first in, first out, chief accounting officer, executive officer, financial officer, all that you will see. Then, you can summarize also. Summary will be 25% of the original text. 25% of original text. All stories we should avoid in the summary making. We should just write the points in the same way. Just read the points in the same way, then only will come to know. So, for example, if you see type 1 of note making, let's just make the abbreviations here. If you see, if you understand here, most twins are, this is the sentence. This is the sentence. Most twins are fraternal twins. What do you mean by fraternal? Fraternal means generally brothers. Fraternity means brothers. Fratricide, correct? Which means they are developed from 2 separate eggs which were fertilized at the same time. Such twins are no more similar in physical characteristics than other brothers or sisters. So, generally twins are fraternal. Means what? They are developed from 2 separate eggs, which means their physical characteristics are different, faces will be different, their entire characteristics will be different, even their mindset will be different. But among those fraternal twins, 1/3 of them generally will be identical twins. Identical twins. They are developed from a single fertilized egg. And in this case, they usually are, their genetic makeup is identical. They have very similar characteristics. Now, this is the entire story. In this, if you see, you can actually divide this into 2 types of twins. What are they? Fraternal and identical. So, when I am making a note, I should first read. First and foremost, what I should read is, step number 1, I should see the words per line. Words per line. Second will be number of lines. Third one, I should figure out what? Average words. How many words do I have? Correct. So, if you see first line, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Roughly around 17 to 18 are there. How many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct. So, 17 into 4 is how much? Or 18 into 4? 68, 70, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, some 80 words you take overall, 80, 78, 80. Now, I have to do 25% of this. That is what I am calculating. That is a summary. Correct? 25% of this. 80 by 4 is what? 80 by 4, 20 words. My summary should be just 20. How will I summarize this? Before that, I should write the notes. So, what notes will I write? First, I have to identify whether I can continue with 1 or I should make 2 concepts here. Here, definitely I can make 2 concepts. What is 2 concepts here? One is fraternal twin, one is identical twin. So, I should give a suitable heading also. What will be the heading of this? Twins. You guys are identical twins, no? Yeah, super. See, they have, obviously the genetic makeup is same, and of course they have similar characteristics. So, if you see, first one is what? It is basically the entire note making scenario. First is what? Twins. So, first part is fraternal twins, second part is identical twins. And just the important points. See, develop, if any word is repeating, in this develop is repeating many times, 2 times. Hence, I can make a short form. Sir, I don't like DVLP. Can I make it DEVP if I want to? Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want. But you should write everything in the key. Abbreviation you should write. You should tell the examiner this is what it is. How many keys should I write is the question. So, guys, there are at least around 10 to 15 maximum. That's it. Because this is just 3 lines. You will get in the exam minimum 1 page. You see, I'll show you one question paper, random question paper, your December 21 question paper. You will see, if you see 8B. 8B is always, 8B or 8C is always, note making is 7B. Check it out. Write a summary. So it is almost one sheet. This half and this half. Almost one sheet. Correct? So that is what I need to keep in mind. So in that one sheet, can I finish off in 4? No. What should I do? I should write how many? 10 to 15. 10 to 15. Yes. 1 second. I'll just tell this guys to set right this mic properly. Cool. Alright, so if you see that full thing is there. So you should, first thing you should count guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. 14 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This you leave 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All 19 lines. Correct? 19 into 14 plus some 3, 4 here. How many? Some 260, 265 divided by 4. That should be the summary. Correct? So basically they are asking you, see, make notes, use heading, use subheading and abbreviation whenever necessary, giving a suitable title. Title, then divided into 1 or 2 parts, in that subdivision, and then lastly write a summary. Summary should be exactly 25% or less than 25%. If you give more than 25%, 100% you will lose marks. Marks only bloody 2 marks. In that also you will lose. So that is the idea. So first and foremost, count the words. Undoubtedly count the words. Correct? Yes. So if you see, obviously, coming back to that twin story, there. So if you are seeing there, developed from 2 separate texts. Now this separate also I could have made into a, this thing. What do you say? Yes, I can make it SCP. Yes, I can make it, definitely. I can make it SCP, not a problem. Right? So definitely, undoubtedly, I can make it. So from 2 separate eggs, no problem. Then fertilization is on long word. I can make it this. Fertilization of eggs happens. For this at also I can make it what? At the same time. Not similar in physical characteristics. So whatever you want you can write. Generally omit vowels and write. It will be easy. Identical twins. Identical twins are developed from one egg, share the common placenta. Similar in physical characteristics. They are always the same sex. And then this, develop fertilization, physical and characteristics. So first and foremost guys, again here the technique is use the pencil and then write first. Because once you write, you cannot keep scratching this out. Pencil you write, again in the summary also you write the important pointers to be written and then immediately write. From notes only you can make summary. How will you write here? Fraternal twins are developed from 2 eggs and the fertilization happens at the same time. Physical characteristics are different. Next, identical twins developed from 1 egg, share common placenta, same physical characteristics and same sex. That's it. It actually comes around 20 words if you see, if you write it properly. So basically it's the same. It's very, very simple how to write. Correct? Yes. So that is the type number 1. That is directly writing the summary, directly writing the notes. But then we have written the summary also here. We have written the summary also. Now, you see, coffee also, you can read all these examples, no problem, you'll understand. But let's do a, one or two things we will write, we'll understand. First do this guys, point number 3, solve. Take 5 minutes, first coolly read. You need to do 2 things. First do the notes, let's see, just do the note, it's enough. Summary you leave, just do the note. Take time, 3 marks question means 3 into 1.6. 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes. Please see question number 3 in page number 63 regarding to smokers. If you cannot divide into 2 parts, no need to divide into 2 parts. You can make 1 part only. Do it. Come on. About smokers. Note making. note making. Come on guys, I'll make it full screen. Please write it. Take 5 minutes, write. Very important. After this, we'll do Precis writing. This and one more I'll make you write because these are all important questions. One more question we'll solve. After that, we'll go to Precis. Come on guys, write. Please be sincere in this, it's very important. This is where you would have made mistakes last time. Please don't repeat the same. So guys, very simple. You can write like this one, there. First, smoking. Just, there is nothing extra here, honestly speaking. It's just about, just an indicative answer, okay? So first is what? Smoking and addiction. That can be the heading, because they are only talking about smoking being an addiction. So in here, if you see this, what do you say, question, it says that much like addiction is like alcohol, heroin or cocaine, not heroin or cocaine. So now the question is, should I write anything about these examples? No. I am only talking about smoking addiction, and it's linked to other things like alcohol, heroin, etc. So one fellow in some other class was asking, sir, alcohol also we should write. Can we draw alcohol bottle and all as symbol? Not needed. Alcohol, heroin, cocaine, these are all examples. You should cut out all the examples in a note. You should only write the relevant points. So how should write like this? See, smoking and addiction. Point number 1, smoking. Then I have, what do you say, reduced the word letters. So smoking is an addiction, or you can simply say ADDN if you want to. Most smokers can stop at will. For smokers, you can just make it SMKs if you want, that is if you want. Nicotine, I can make it NICN. Nicotine will lead to what? Chemical dependency. Then complex interaction between smokers, nicotine and environment. And you see interaction, I have used this symbol. Then personality factors, education, social patterns also will help in it. Moods, depending on the various moods of smoking, it will reinforce the patterns. Because in smoking, as the para also suggested, it depends on the person's mood. If the person is happy, he will smoke. Person is sad, he will smoke. Correct? So basically, he will use the mood that he is in to actually tell whether he is smoking or whether he is, what do you say, happy smoking or not. Correct? Yes. So if you see, then here abbreviations key for what? Smoking, it is this. Addiction is addiction. At will be at. Nicotine. Chemical, I'll use this. Dependency, this. Smokers, this. Complex. Then interaction is this. Environment is this. Is interaction. Personality, education. So around 13 I have made here. So like that, maximum 10 to 15 maximum. Beyond that you cannot do. You can't write everything in short form. Correct? So yes, copy down for the indication. I'll give you time. Please copy. Copy it down, guys. Yes, smoking and addiction. So I'm explaining this. Copy it, and then I'll show you the abbreviation also. Please copy. Indicative way of this is how you should write. An indicative way of how it should be written. Which one? Which one heading? Yeah. No, because here I don't need. There is nothing to be segregated. One is smoking, and directly it talks about nicotine. They are not talking about two things. In the twins, they are talking about fraternal twins and identical twins. In the next question that we'll do, you can actually divide into various parts. In this, what will you divide as? Actually think about it. Can you divide in any way? No. It's just talking about smoking and the effect of smoking, that is nicotine, right? So copy. I will show you the abbreviations also, so please check. Thank you, Da. No problem. Thank you. You mean, thanks. Yes, are we done? Should I show the abbreviations? Yeah. 1 minute. Hey, all that full. Okay. Take your time. Right. Done. There you can see in those TVs and all. You can see, no? Okay, see the abbreviations, guys. Abbreviations are also very, very important. Keys, very important. If you have had a heavy meal, if you see my handwriting, you may vomit. So kindly do not vomit. Yes. So smoking. Write down abbreviations. This is at. This is at. Write down smoking, then addiction, at, nicotine, chemical, whatever you have done in the short form, that the same thing you should be writing it here. Smokers, complex, interaction. So we are spending time because it is important. Now how will you write the, we'll come to that. Summary of this is what? Very easy. Right? That note whatever you have written, in that only you can just frame into sentences and write the summary. And summary will generally be 25% of maximum 25% of your entire thing. Now did you count the words first? How many words were there? First you should do that. How many words are there in that para? Now you will count. That's the problem. You should count it first only. How many words are there? 180 to 200. Approximately 180. Divide by 4. 45 words. Your summary should be 45 words. That's it. Within 45 words. So it's okay even if you spend 1 minute extra in writing the summary and then counting again and then make the final notes. In pencil you can write the summary, it's okay. Shall I scroll down? Yes. So that's it. Then we have from 6 to 13. Dependency, smokers, complex, interaction. Then you have the environment. Then again the other one is also interaction. Then personality and education. Personality and education. Interaction. Yeah, that is interaction. You can see, 1 second. Let me check here. Hold on. Here, this is also interaction. This is also a thing for interaction. Both are interaction. This is a symbol. This is an abbreviation. That's why. Because it says complex interaction between the two. So it's like interdependency interaction. So you can write same, no problem. One is the wording. This is a symbol. So you can write both. Doesn't matter. You can write all the abbreviations first and the symbols later also, no problem. Like only two symbols are there. One is at, one is that arrow mark. So that also you can write towards the end, no problem. Done. So, but in the exam, such small things will not come. What may come is this one. Questions like point number 2 will come. Please take 5-6 minutes and decently solve it. It's an examination question, by the way. That is regarding book exam question. This is either in RTP or it came, or in one of the question papers it came. Question number 2, solve. Now in this, definitely when you read, you will come to know that it can be divided into many parts. Questions will come like this for 5 marks. Please solve it. Question number 63. Relating to book. First of all, you should see number of words just to get an overall idea. Why is it connecting there? Okay, here or something. Zoom. Internet went off, I guess. Internet is not data. Internet. Others, solve. Guys, solve. There, balcony girls. Solve. Here, these boys. Here, hairband fellow. Solve. That full line. Sitting and talking. Solve. I'll just close these two so that you can see at least, yeah. You can see the screen in case you don't have the book. Solve it, guys. Only when you solve, you will come to know. I can finish everything in 1 hour and leave, but that's not the point. You really have to solve. You have to put pen on paper. You have to try first, then I'll give you the answer. So just to give you a hint, there are 4 things that you can see here. One is about what is a book. Second is what is readership of the book. Third one is how it is, what do you say, if you are illiterate, how you obviously cannot read a book and what are the problems faced. And fourth one is the author is giving suggestions. So you can divide this into 4 parts. What is a book regarding readership. Third one is the illiteracy point and the suggestions. So please do it. Alright, so how does it come, guys? See, if you see, this can be written like this. First is, I'll obviously not be writing the abbreviations. I have underlined the abbreviations here. You can write on your own. So first it talks about what is a book. So you can make further A1, A2 or A2A, A2B. Sir, I don't want all these things. A2B only hotel is enough. Other things I don't want to make it in a note. Means you can write 1, 2, 3 and here also 1 and 2. Here small a, small b, your wish. And mind you guys, A, B, C should be in one single line. A1, A2, B1, B1, B2, that should be in a single line. Here it's not in a single line actually. It should be in a single line actually, right? A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, C3, all that should be in a single line. And then inside that, whatever other points are there, A2A, A2B, A2C, all these things should be in one more single line. Everything should be in a single line. That format is something that you need to see. And in a heading, generally do not do any abbreviations in the heading. Try to avoid all abbreviations in the heading. Generally, it should not be there. Saying generally, abbreviation should be avoided in the heading. So what is the, what do you say? The heading title can be simply book. Title can be simply book or reading a book, whatever, that's fine. But yeah, subheadings like this, what is a book is first one. It's a series of printed signs. Then some fellow's name and all is given, quotation is given, all that is waste. You should not write it in a note. So it is useless. Who told what about the book? No one needs to know. Only the important areas is what we need to pick. So what is a book? Series of printed signs. And actually readers give meaning to a book. Have you read any novel in your life? You would have read Harry Potter, so many you would have read. There when you read some novel, you first imagine your own story. You imagine, you go into a world, you create a world actually in your brain. That's what they're trying to tell. Readers give meaning to a book. And then when you watch a movie, you may either feel, wow, this is much more than my imagination. Or you may say, no, my imagination only was better. That's all. So most of you who are excellent readers, you don't like movie adaptations because you will feel that your imagination was way better. You would have imagined Harry Potter to be somebody else actually when you probably would have read it. But by the time, I think when it released, you guys, movie also would have been released by that time. But I'm saying, if you read any book and some 10 years later they make it into a movie, but when you read a book, you would have visualized a particular character, that their character is like that only. So that is what it says. So readers give meaning to a book. Sentiments of readers, interpretation of readers, like that. I'll show you what you should write. The second part is what? It is about readership. Second part is about readership. Third part is what? It's about the problem of illiteracy in our country. Problem of illiteracy. Fourth point, they are addressing what? Suggestions. They are making suggestions. What suggestions? I'll show you. Let it come, no problem. The suggestions are what they are saying, that it's okay, we should make research on what? Language and techniques before we do something, and we should make, what do you say, we should persuade readers to read more and more books, and focus should generally be on quality and not just sale and production. Focus should be purely on quality of writing the book and not on sale and production of the book, is what they say. So write it down, I will give you time. So this is regarding the book. So first I will give you the first 2 points you can write on. What is a book, then readership, then I will scroll down further. So write the first 2 parts. What is a book? So if you have written similar way, you are right. If you have written maybe some extra stuff, that is not needed. So just I am indicating, giving an indication as how to write, how not to write. That's all. So nothing is the right answer, nothing is the wrong answer. The evaluator will not compare what answer he has given along with yours, because his answer will be slightly different. The way he has framed will be slightly different, 100%. But at least these things you should keep in mind. And wherever I have made, we have encircled, that is the abbreviation. So you can write that down later. The abbreviation, you know, printed means printed. One is readers, meaning, M-N-I-N-G is meaning, interpretation, like that. By readers. Readers I have already written RDRS. Because the word readers are repeating so many times, I have to make a abbreviation. It's better to make a abbreviation. Come on, write down A and B. Done A and B, can I go down? A done at least. Okay, so let's see. Those who have not done, B, you can write down, then C. Little bit you should tilt your head and then write, because it is like, I have also, and I am writing, I went somewhere else. So readership, earlier it was only for upper class intellectuals. So I have made a short form of intellectuals. Then should be for everyone. Third one, problem of illiteracy. I told you in the subheading, generally don't make the, short form. Generally try to avoid. Problem of illiteracy in India. Many first generation learners, gen is generation, poses problem to authors. Poses problem in dissemination of information. Poses problem in dissemination of information. Is B done? Okay. C. Problem of illiteracy in India. Many first generation learners, poses problem to authors, poses problem in dissemination of information. Last but not the least is suggestions. Last but not the least are suggestions. What are suggestions? They are saying they should be research on language and techniques. They should be research on language and techniques. There should be research on language and techniques. D1, research on language and techniques. D2, campaign to persuade readers. Campaign to persuade readers. They are trying to tell that the moment you research a lot on the language and the techniques of a particular area, you will be able to actually write in a better way. If I have to write in something about Tamil Nadu, I obviously need to understand the culture of the place, research on the language of the place, culture, tradition, and the techniques of capturing the imagination of, the Tamil people. Obviously, otherwise it's so stupid. Simply randomly coming and writing, nobody will come. So you need to understand the flavor, what exactly you like, all that we need to understand. So campaign to persuade readers, campaign to persuade readers. In Tamil Nadu, I have observed a craze for movies, yes or no? Yes, it is not there in Kerala. I go and teach in Kerala also. If you see Malayalam movies also, it is very subdued. It is not over the top action. Everybody will be wearing lungi and acting in the film. There is very, very subdued acting. Acting is also very subtle. It is not over the top. You will not get any masala. But in, for example, Andhra Pradesh, Balaya movies you have watched? Yes, see, correct. So suddenly from beneath jeep will come, correct, like that. So he'll just tell, like, he'll just pat his thigh, the train will go back, correct. Yeah, so that's what it is. So if you see, it is little, there in Andhra Pradesh, it is more like masala movies will run. So in Tamil Nadu, it's a mixture of both. There are movies like, of course, you watched 96 movie? Yes, there are movies like 96 which are very subtle. On the other hand, there are movies, which are completely, like Beast and like Legend and all, right, are completely out of the, what do you say, it's like outlandish movies, complete masala movies, correct, masala, and sometimes logic also won't be there. But it's a perfect balance. And then there are some amazing movies are also, and some will be masala also, some will be entertaining also. Like for example, Vikram movie. Correct? It is masala movie also plus entertaining movie also. It has a story, it has a connect, it has that hero appeal. Now, if I am writing, or if I am actually trying to make a movie or write something about this, I should understand the pulse of the people. That's what they're trying to tell. Without understanding the pulse of the people, there is no point. I cannot go to Kerala and write all, masala stuff. I cannot write. They will not like it. So here, I teach everywhere, so I know. In Kerala, students are very, very different. You guys and Karnataka and this is almost same. So I can connect you in a better way. There, when you try to make a joke also, they not understand, because for them, that is not a joke. So for there, it should be very subtle. There, I cannot speak like this. There should be a very subtle way of, creating a joke there. It's different. In Andhra Pradesh, you show some 2-3 Balaya movies, over. Balaya scenes you show, that's it. Those they'll really like all that. It's like that. Each place is so different. That's what I'm trying to tell. That's what this fellow is telling in the paragraph. That you should research on the language, on the techniques, and campaign to persuade the readers. Focus should be on quality and not sales and production. Focus should be on quality. That is what it is. Focus should always be on quality. So there are like 4 such things. What is a book? Readership, problem of illiteracy in India, suggestions. That's it. Then based on this only you can make the summary. That's okay. Based on this you can make a summary. That's about it. Now this is regarding what you guys note making and summary making. But again, 5 marks question, very, very important, is Precis. 100% question. 100%. Undoubtedly they will ask in the exam. So 2 questions will solve to understand properly. Page number 70, Precis writing. Precis writing. Here though you definitely have to use your pencil, because the entire, page number 70, the entire thing. Institute material for this, no, for extra questions. Solve the institute study material. Institute study material, they have given some 15 extra paragraphs. Have you seen? There is something called ICAI.org. I hope you know. My internet is not there. Yes, there is something called ICAI.org. There you go and do the, what do you say, understand the, let me see, I'll try to switch it on. I'll show you where you can practice the more questions. Here I will make you do 2 questions for sure, but I'm saying if you want to practice more questions, please go to ICAI.org. You will really, it will really help you. There are some good questions there for practice. Along with answers they have given, so no tension. So they have given answers also. There you go to students, BOS knowledge portal. Correct, you go here. Smiling assassins will come. You ignore this smiling assassins. Go to this, what do you say, study material. Where did it go? With 4 eyes also I can't see. Here, sorry. Yeah, study material, and then foundation, then here business laws, here then BCR. It's like maze, one after the other. Here you go to this Precis writing, chapter number 7. In your ISM you'll have, no, so you go down all this same samples, yeah, from here. So it's like page from 7.5 onwards, nice samples they have given, and the exercises. So if you want to write more, you can check all these. There are some 8 plus 3, some 10 paragraphs are there. Every day, once in 2 days you write 1 Precis, or once in 3 days you write 1 Precis. Within 1 month you will finish. And you should write 5 marks means 5 into what? 5 into, okay, take more, 1.6, it's 9, take 12 minutes, it's okay. In that 3 minutes, read, understand and write in the pencil. 100% you would not have done 1/3. Because in Precis writing, it should be 1/3. The rule here is 1/3. 1/3 of the paragraph. So step number 1 is what? Count the words. Step number 2, 1/3. Calculate. Step number 3, in a pencil, write down the Precis, important pointers. You will then realize that it is not properly done. You will want to do more. So 4th one should be the actual Precis. Precis will be exactly 1/3 of the passage. So that same process, it's given here. Read first reading of the text, gauge the central idea they are trying to tell. Differentiate between the main idea and the sub idea. Select a title. A good title is needed. Prepare a draft once. That draft ideally should be in a pencil. Then the final answer should be this, 1/3 of the original. Marks will be given for this. But all these procedures are important. Directly, please never write directly. You will lose marks. Because 100% I can assure you, you can never make it 1/3. It will be more than that. So first one, you have to count the words. So Precis must not exceed 1/3 of the original passage. Identify the central idea and omit all unnecessary details. Eliminate wordy expressions from the Precis. Avoid unnecessary repetition. All wordy, long sentences, avoid. It should have a short and appropriate title. No using single person. I did this, I did that. No. Always use third person and reported speech and past tense. They said, like that. Only universal truth should be written in the present tense. If it says honesty is the best policy, here also you should write honesty in best policy. All this is what the evaluator will check, because his answer key will definitely be different from yours. So he will check whether you have followed these rules. That's all there is to it. So of course, this you leave. I've just given you an example. Here, let's do to these 2 things to understand. So first what you do, you try it. First, count the number of words. Second, calculate 1/3 of the same. Third one, please try to figure out what is the central idea. And fourth one, please write your own draft. Try it out, guys. Try it. Come on. Write your own draft. It is in full screen. It is right there in front of you. You can do it. 100% question in the exam. Where it will come, I'll show you. It will come in question number 8C. 8C always. 8C always. See, this is December 21. I will show you your paper. Your paper, see 8C, 100% question. 100% undoubted question. Next, November 19, I'll show you. There also, 8C it will be there. 8A, 8B, 8C. See, Precis. 8C is fixed, always. Precis writing. Very easy. Come on, solve it. I'll open it. 2 questions will solve neatly. It's a fast track batch. We'll do it properly. And then for your, practice, there are 10 questions given in institute material. Please solve once in every 3 days. Take 10 minutes out and solve. You can really do well. Come on guys, solve this. Take 6 minutes, go through, write the first draft. Let's see what you will write. Count the words, divide by 3, understand the central idea, and then write. Please write. Put pen on paper and write. Only then you will know. All of you are sitting not in inter, but in foundation fast track because of one reason alone. You did not write. You have good knowledge, you have good grasp of the subject, you have everything, but you are not writing. That's the only problem. You know also the concept, 100%, just that you are not writing. You are not writing, that's it. Once you write, it's all sorted. Write. Are we done? Right. I will give you the draft and the final version both. Right, come on guys, write down. So this is the draft. So here tell me, if you see this paragraph, how many words are there first of all? 180. So divided by 3 means how many words? 60 words you should write. That is the basic. Within 60 you should finish. So if you see, what all, like should you write everything here, or you should just cut out the, for example, their raucous roar can shake people from the inside. All this masala not needed. Correct? This is one of the animals whose encounter can give human death-like experience. Instead of that, you can all just make one line. It is scary, obviously. Tigers are scary in the sense it is obviously ferocious. So how to make? Let's just write down. I'll just dictate the, the first draft. In that, further you can tell me what we can remove. So that's why always write the first draft in the pencil, and then there you can make changes. It's okay, even if it is 5 into 1.6, if it is 9 minutes also, it is plus 2-3 minutes you add, no problem. Because in other questions in this, I'll show you. 8C, right? 8A and 8B will be very easy, guys. See, this is some 2 marks question, theory. This 1 mark, 1.6 minutes, I can assure you less than 10 seconds you'll finish this. Yes or no? 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Then active voice, direct speech, indirect speech. Correct? Direct speech, indirect speech will be 20-25 seconds. So basically you would have finished all these things in, honestly speaking, 2 to 3 minutes. So generally question number 8 will fetch 10 marks. 10 into 1.6 is 16 minutes. In that 4 to 5 minutes, you would have finished other questions. Precis writing, you actually have 12 minutes. In that 12 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, please concentrate on reading. 5 minutes you take, reading and writing that first paragraph, which 100% sure would not have covered 1/3. It will be more than 1/3. Then coolly see that line, delete wherever you want, then write the final Precis. So these are the techniques you need to clear the exam. You already know the content, you already know the stuff. Writing you are not doing, I told you, and these small hidden points is what you need to take care. Then you will 100% clear. That's all. So we should rectify our mistakes. That's all there is to it. So let's write down. Tiger, comma, write down. This is the draft. Tiger, I'll just show the thing also. Yes. Tiger, comma, scientifically known as Panthera tigris. Tiger, scientifically known as Panthera tigris. Tiger, comma, scientifically known as within inverted commas, Panthera tigris, comma. Tiger, comma, scientifically known as within inverted commas, Panthera tigris, then again comma, belongs to the cat family. Belongs to the cat family. I am writing the draft now. Belongs to the cat family. Belongs to the cat family. But humans are petrified of it. Humans are petrified. Sir, petrified word is not there. So what? Instead of the two lines, I am writing that word. Petrified means what? Scared. Sir, I don't know petrified. Okay, no problem. Right? Scared. No problem. Sir, I don't know what is petrified. I cannot know this. I don't know the vocabulary. No problem. Right? Scared. Humans are petrified of it. Full stop. Then, tigers are symbol of power. All that is there. So, what will you say? You are talking about tiger. So, you can simply say it is. It is a symbol of power, strength and ambition. It is a symbol of power, strength and ambition in some cultures. It is a symbol of power, strength and ambition in some cultures. Full stop. So next they are talking about decline in tigers population, and because of which the government has taken into this anti-poaching and anti-slaughtering and all that. So what will you write? In view of the drastic decline in tiger population. In view of the drastic decline. In view of the drastic decline. In view of the drastic decline in tiger population, T capital. In view of the drastic decline in tiger population, T capital, comma, the Indian government, I capital, G capital, the Indian government, I capital, G capital, banned poaching of tigers, banned poaching of tigers, banned poaching of tigers in 1970. In 1970. That's it. No need for you to tell how many tigers are there and all those things. And declared them an endangered species. And declared them an endangered species. And declared them an endangered species. Declared them an endangered species. If you see next line, I could never understand what pleasure people get. All this personal feeling should not be written in a Precis. I have already told you. No personal thoughts, no personal feelings. It should always be avoided. So what will you write next? In the same para, no need to change the paragraph also. In the same para, to prevent the extinction of our national animal. 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 Comma, small steps. Small steps. Small steps such as stopping poaching. Small steps such as stopping poaching and working towards their preservation. Stopping poaching and working towards their preservation. And working towards their preservation can have a big impact. Can have a big impact. Stopping poaching and working towards their preservation can have a big impact. Today you had morning class also? No. Can have a big impact. Full stop. Now tell me this is enough. Now tell me, is it 60 words? It won't be there. Check it out. It is not 60. Though we condense so much, still not 60. Correct? That's why I am saying you should write it in the pencil first. Because you may feel you have written superbly, but still it won't be 60. How much is it? 65, 70. I have to cut down 10 words more. What will I cut here? Everything is, decently written. What will you cut? Tell me. Last line? Obey, okay. Then, see, first one you see, tiger, or scientifically known as, why do I need scientifically known as? Correct? Obviously, can I simply say tiger or Panthera tigris. Correct? That when I say or, it obviously means it's another name. Why the hell do I need scientifically known as? So in that paragraph only you can delete. Scientifically known as you can delete and say or. So how will I write tiger or Panthera tigris? Tiger or Panthera tigris. Correct? Belongs to the cat family, that's okay. But humans are petrified of it. It is a symbol of power, strength, ambition in some cultures, okay. Next, what is there? In view of the and all, not needed. Instead of that, what can I say? Considering the drastic decline. Or simply you can say the drastic decline of tiger population led to. That also you can write. So you can say considering the drastic decline in tiger population, the Indian government banned poaching of tigers and declared them endangered species. To prevent the extinction of a national animal, small steps such as stopping poaching and working towards their preservation can be cut. And you can simply say towards what? As stopping poaching and obey the government rules. But they are talking here about what? Instead of obeying the government rules, here they are saying they are, working towards preservation. They have told, here they are preserving this vanishing. Take some steps to preserve. So this you should write. So how will you write that? Small steps such as, you have written what? Small steps such as stopping poaching and working towards their preservation. Can you further reduce it? Preservation should be there. Working towards their preservation. Even if you retain, now you count, I think it will be less than 60. Just try. But less than 60, good only, no problem. No need to further cut. How much approx? I think some 57, 58 we stopped now. How many? (52, 58), how much? Approx? Is it approx 60 around? How many? 51. 50 plus, less than 60. That's good enough. Right? That's good enough. Only when it is exceeding 60, 65, then it's a problem. 1 or 2 words here and there, no problem. 60 becomes 62, okay, no problem. 1 or 2 words, don't worry. But 60 cannot become 70. 60, 62. And you should condense it in such a way that it will become just less than 55 to 60. 55 to 60, 60 to 63, 60 to 63, that's it. Not more than that. Not more than that. That's all, very simple. So first when you write, you will come to know that, okay, more could have been deleted, more can add. Your summary, your first draft is very, very important. Come on. Now you know how to write it. Write one more. Second question, answer. This also is an RTP question, revision test paper. Asked in a revision test paper in your CA foundation. Right. So question number 2, please solve. 5 marks, 5 into 1.6. 8 minutes you take, please decently write. Write the summary. 6 minutes you take, write the summary. It's enough. 5 minutes. Summary is enough. Then I'll make you write these. Write the Precis, but the draft, first draft. Write the first draft. Read and see. First, count the words. Second, divide by 3. Count the words, divide by 3. In the previous question, what is the heading? What will the, you should give a, for the Precis, you should give a heading. What will you say? Lion, you'll tell. Liger. What will you tell? What? You should give a heading. Not one long line, some 2-3 words. What? Panthera tigris you'll give, or what? Protection of the tiger, you can say. Yes, protection of the tiger, you can say. Or just you can say, tiger our national animal. No problem. Whatever. Liger, Devar, Konda and all, don't write. I'm just saying. Right? Yes. What is the heading for this one? Wildlife in India. Simple. Wildlife in India. So do not ignore vocabulary, sentence formation, note making, summary making, Precis writing. All these 4 chapters only, 14 plus 20. Correct? 14 plus, 5 plus 5 plus passages, 5, 15. 14 plus 15, 16 plus 15, 30 marks. 30 marks will come from 5 chapters. Sentences, then vocabulary, then reading comprehension, then note making, Precis writing. 5 chapters, 30 marks already in your pocket. Remaining all put together some 15. Overall from 45-50 they'll ask, no? So yes, around 15-20 from that. So these chapters are very important. So let's say you just have 1 hour to revise. Will you revise report writing, article writing, or would you rather concentrate on these 5 chapters? Yes, when you have limited time, just stick to these 5 chapters while revising. 30 marks will come 100%. That's come from May 2018. They will not change that for sure. Now, write down guys, write down this point. Write down this point. Second one. Wildlife in India. Wildlife in India. I am gonna give you the draft now. Then you tell me where we can reduce. First of all, how many words are there? 130-ish. Divide by 4. Some 40, 45, 45. Within 45 it should be there. So, wildlife in India. Heading. Yes. So, first one. Varied geographical zones. Varied geographical zones and habitat types. Varied geographical zones and habitat types has led to the diversity of wildlife, comma, a key attraction in India. Varied geographical zones and habitat types has led to diversity of wildlife, comma, a key attraction in India. If you see 2 lines we have condensed into 1 line. All the 3 different lines are there. We can condense into 1 line only. Full stop. Next. Millions of people in India and all that. What is it? Tourists from India and abroad. Tourists from India and abroad. Instead of millions of people, tourists from India and abroad visit the protected areas. Across the world, you can say, no problem. Tourists from India and abroad. But again, across the world is 3 words. Abroad is 1 word. Better to use abroad, right? So, tourists from India and abroad visit the protected areas. On wildlife tours. Comma, wildlife watching trips. And safaris. Comma, conducted by many tour operators. Next, lastly, winters, comma, Winters, comma, though extremely cold. Winters, comma, though extremely cold, comma, is the best season for travel. Is the best season for travel. Owing to salubrious sunshine. Salubrious means healthy. Here, salubrious sunshine. Healthy sunshine. Salubrious sunshine. Full stop. Summer, comma, when wild animals gather around water holes. When wild animals gather around water holes. Wild animals gather around water holes is ideal for wildlife photography. 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 Now, how many words are these? Approx. 100% more than 45. At least some 7, 8, 10 words more than 45. We should definitely condense it to 45. How do we do that? First line you see, first one by one we'll go. Varied geographical zones and habitat types has led to, instead of 3 words, I can simply say leads. Or rather, has led can be converted to leads, leads to. Instead of has led to, I can make it leads to. Varied geographical zones and habitat types leads to diversity of wildlife, comma, a key attraction in India. That's okay. Key attraction in India. Next, see, tourists from India and abroad. Who cares? I am now talking about wildlife. I don't care about tourists from where are they coming. They may come from Chennai, they may come from USA, I don't care. From India and abroad can be deleted. What can I say? Several tourists or many tourists. Who cares from where they come? Correct? So from India and abroad can be deleted. I can save 4 words there. And I can simply say many tourists or several tourists. Right? Several tourists visit the protected areas on now. Wildlife tour, wildlife watching trip and safari, everything is the same. Correct? Wildlife tour means basically the entire tour package will be relating to wildlife safaris everywhere. Safari means in one day you can go for 2 safaris, generally morning and evening. So ultimately it's like repeating. I don't want to do all that. So in wildlife trip you will watch wildlife only. No, you will go there to watch movie. Movie watching wildlife trips. No. Correct? So stupid. I mean, they have given it like that. But when I'm condensing it, no need to write all that. So what will I say? On wildlife tours, that's it. Why wildlife watching trips, safari is not needed. Wildlife tours, comma, conducted by tour operators. Conducted by tour operators. That many also are not needed. Obviously, tour operators will be many only. Conducted by tour operators. Next line, winter. Winter, though extremely cold. Oh, I thought winter is very hot. Correct? Winter, though extremely cold, can be deleted. Useless it is. I am just trying to tell winters are ideal for, best season for watching. So, though extremely cold is irrelevant. So, winters is ideal for, or winters are ideal for. Winters are ideal for. Is the best season for, you can delete and say ideal for. Winters are ideal for traveling. Winters are ideal for traveling owing to salubrious sunshine. Next, summer, when animals gather around water holes. You can write congregate near also. That also you can write. Instead of gather around, you can say congregate near the, it's there only here in this, congregate. Greg means crowd. Con means coming together. Congregate means come together. Congregate around water holes is ideal for wildlife photography. That I think this much is enough. Correct? You will cover everything in this. So this is, what do you say? Very, very simple, guys. So if you think about it, if you see here, sentence types, this, when you are revising one day before the exam, give importance to this 14 marks to 16 marks for sure, of which in sentence type also active to passive 2 marks, passive to active 2 marks, direct to indirect 2 marks, indirect to direct 8 marks here guaranteed. 6 is on the lower case, 8. Then in vocabulary, anything they can give, synonym, antonym, phrasal verbs, then collocation, denotation, connotation, anything they can ask you, 6 to 8 marks. And of course idioms for sure they'll ask you. Then do not ignore note making and Precis writing, 10 marks in your pocket, 100% question. So here 16 over, here 10 over, 25 over. Then comprehension, guarantee 5 mark question. So the only way to solve comprehension and Precis is more and more questions. Go to that institute website and then just keep randomly taking question and see the marks. Marks will be 5 only. 5 into 1.8, you have to practice. There is no other way. That's the only way. And that's it. Then introduction to basics of writing, we've already done. That's nothing much. Other areas all put together, 20 marks will come. In that also, circular and memo, if it comes, 3 to 4 marks. Formal letters, 3 to 4 marks. Report writing, 3 to 4 marks. In that report, we have already seen 3 types of report will be there. Newspaper report, then magazine report, then formal report. In formal report also, one is that long thing which I told you, which is never, that they cannot ask for 4 also. If they ask that for 4, please leave it and come. Some 3-4 pages you have to write for 4 marks. I'm just saying. But it is better than article, don't worry. Article is you don't know anything only. Here at least you know something, you know the format. So if they ask you report, that long report, or article, what will you choose? Report. Report, anything is better than article, because article they can ask some random topic. Article you will choose only when the other questions are not, very dicey. Then formal mail we have seen, if it comes 2 to 4 marks. Then resume writing is what we have to do. So after the break, what is pending would be resume writing. Then resume, I told you I'll make you write one full resume and I'll tell you those 5 items where it should come. If you know that, if you write the same copy paste somewhere, then you will get. We'll take one resume. In the previous exam question, we'll take one and we'll write that. Then you have meetings. Meetings has never come in the exam, but anyway we'll do. We'll not leave everything. Then formal letters. Formal letters is, we did formal mails. Formal letters we have to do. That's also easy. In formal letters also, in the format that is given, I'll make you underline certain things. You retain those certain things, you will get 50% of the marks, because that's the format. We'll do that. And then I will tell you the quick basics of communication through some videos, and then we'll wind up. So the next session will be the last session. We'll wind this up, okay? Take a break, guys. 4:30. Yes. 4:30 we'll finish. 4:30 to 6:30.